Because I'm like, I named them and I can't remember what the hell they are.
Oh yeah. That's why I'm naming all my songs by numbers now, and in particular order. So, yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to play number 876 for you. By the way, as we're doing this, we are now live. So
Oh, okay.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning. As you can see, we are finally not alone. We have Daisy Blue.
Hey, that's me. Hey, guys.
It's like full circle now.
Full cycle.
Full circle, because now she's the guest.
Yeah.
And I'm the co-host.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Because originally she's the one that brought me on to the show.
Yeah.
And that's how we met. We met during the conference.
A
business
business
conference.
Totally out of the context of music. I
Yeah.
think back to that now, and I think that's so funny because, and we were just saying this to Randy about his songwriting. I'm like, it's so prevalent that that's what I associate with you now is like the music community. Then I'm like, right, we met as entrepreneurs.
Right.
Well, I was telling him how funny it was. We went to Amaro Winery. It was a few weeks ago before you went on your trip, and we were talking, and I thought we talked for over an hour. Not about music, about business and marketing.
Yeah.
And, we talked about things for my business and things like, I thought, wow, that's a first. And we were just going along. We were just going on. And it was great. It was nice to do that. But I thought, wow, that's weird.
That's crazy. If we wouldn't have met that day, who knows if
exactly
this would be happening right now.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well.
And then I asked BJ to come on as an entrepreneur because
talk about that
was
all
a
the time.
segment of that specific show is you had like local businesses that we were trying to push, and then he brought his guitar, and I was so nervous you were gonna be bad.
Oh, I told him all about our phone
we talk
call
about it all the time,
like the night before.
Like, oh God!
Because I'm asking, isn't he good? He's like, I don't know.
I don't know. We're rolling the bones on this one,
big time.
So, yeah, because we actually had somebody come on that was not as good as he said. So yeah, I can understand the fear now.
We had really good luck with that.
Yeah, we've had some good luck with that, but that one didn't go as well.
I mean, you could try vetting them a little bit first.
Where's the fun in that?
Like,
there's a thought.
Much more exciting just to be surprised.
Yeah.
The truth is, I kind of like rolling the bones a little bit.
Yeah.
And
but the
seeing,
thing, and just to add
how
to
bad
that,
is it going to be? How good is it going to be?
That night, I ended up meeting up with you at Icebox on Picacho for open mic.
Mm-hmm.
And I was starting to get my list together and saying, am I really going to do this? And, kind of pushing towards it, but am I really going to start playing? And then that night I was like, yes, I'm going to. Because the whole thing started when I was like, I've done my thing. I've performed. I've had bands. I've had production shows. Now it's, it's okay for me to just sit and watch people and enjoy it. It'll be fine.
To pass on the baton.
And then I sat there and watched somebody and I'm like, no, it's not going to be fine.
No, it's still my turn.
Yeah.
So back
still my baton.
Well, and yeah. And that was when I was going out to that open mic. And actually that night I come walking in with my guitar because I'm not going to leave it in my truck.
Yeah.
I think you asked me if I'm going to play. I was like, no, I can't play this.
Yeah. You just got back from a lesson. That's right. You just started your lessons.
Mm-hmm.
And so Adrian Batista was running that.
Yeah.
Oh,
he was doing that. And
Adrian and Dave O'Gean.
Yeah.
They were. Yeah,
we had such a good time.
We've now had some attrition as Adrian Batista is no longer in town.
He's no longer. Yeah. I
thought you were about to say he's no longer with us.
That's exactly what I thought.
That was the tone that you were
He's no longer with us.
He is no longer with us, but
he's in Texas, I believe, right?
Yeah. It's not quite being dead. It's just close.
I remember. I remember.
What's so bad with Texas? Sorry.
I remember watching a show one time. She goes, yeah, I got this when my aunt bought the farm. I'm like, oh, how did she die? She didn't die. She moved to Montana and bought a farm.
Yeah.
So I was like, he's no longer with us.
Big farm in the sky.
Yeah, we lost both Adrian and Andy from both of them from Acoustic Algorithm.
Yeah.
Because Adrian moved to Dallas and Andy moved to, I believe, Fort Worth.
Oh.
So we lost them both to Texas, which we got to fix that.
Yeah.
But so Dave is the only one still
Andy?
around here, and he's not doing an open mic anymore. I wish he'd do it again because he was great. And at the end, Adrian had to bow out because he was doing other stuff, and it was just Dave, and Dave's still awesome. And he plays every once in a while, so I see his name come up, and I try to get out there, and so far I've failed every time.
Yeah. I think about when Adrian put out that post when he got the job at NMSU and says, well, I'm just going to have to step away from music for a while. And we looked at it and went, yeah, no, he's not.
Well,
give it a couple weeks. And sure enough, not even a few weeks later, well, I'm back at it. Like, yeah, we knew.
Oh, yeah. And it,
back at it again with the white bands.
Yeah, and his big thing was he wasn't only not going to be playing music anywhere, but they were splitting up Acoustic Algorithm, and it didn't take long, and they were back together. And I was like, yeah, you guys are best friends. How are you not gonna get together? That's just who you are.
Yeah. So enough about that.
We've got tons with you.
Daisy Blue is here with us, and she has just got back. When would you get back? You've been
I've been back, I think, for about a week, right?
Okay.
This time.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I released a new album on the 22nd of last month.
And you've been driving around supporting that and getting how's it feeling?
I've been trying to do publicity for my new record. It feels so official to say that. I've been touring for my new record. It's so cool. I'm officially a vagabond, so I moved into an RV. I know you guys know this.
Yes.
And
how does that feel?
It feels great. If you would have talked to me back in February when I was like first figuring it out, like I would have been really, there's just no other way to say it, pissed off. And, I remember like in my childhood, I remember my dad always like having kind of some anger issues. In my entire life, I thought he was just that he had issues getting angry. And then I realized all the times that he lost his temper, we were camping. So I was like, oh, Dad, I get you. I understand. You're just normal. Or maybe I have issues too. But I was so angry trying to learn the process. But now I love it. Now it's really cool.
And you've been all over the place now.
Yeah.
I just Clovis mainly, just like up and down through Clovis, but I am trying to get in a whole bunch of different places. I got some shows booked in Red River and Ruidoso. I'm going up to North Dakota next month. That's where I'm from.
Wow.
That's blowing me away. And because you're from there, I guess that makes sense. Otherwise, I'm like, why would you want to go there?
I want to see my brother. Yeah.
I drove a truck for a year, and I had to go through South Dakota a few times. And I swear, those revolving backdrops in those old movies? Mm-hmm. I swore I was on one of those because once you've gone 5 miles, you've seen the state.
Yeah.
And it just felt like, am I moving?
Everything.
It was a whole thing. Yeah. So, wow.
It should be fun. Yeah, I'm playing the North Dakota State Fair.
Oh.
So I have
not
the main stage, but Will Bannister is going to be up there. You guys know Will Bannister? He's a New Mexico artist.
Yeah.
He wrote the opening theme for Clint Eastwood's new movie. He's from Clovis, New Mexico.
Ah, okay.
He's going to be playing there on my birthday.
Ah.
Yeah, so I need to go and give him a fist bump and be like, remember me? Because we met at the New Mexico Music Awards. And he's going to be like, no. I shared your thing on Facebook, dude. Come on.
Oh my gosh. Went right after we did the open mic, it was a little while later, I went to Sparky's and Guitar Slim was playing. Mm-hmm. And I was still talking to Kathy about, am I going to be able to do this? And he goes, anyone want to play guitar? Well, Kathy pushes me out of the booth and I get up there and I play like 3 or 4 songs and he jammed with, I played Overkill and he just said, keep going. He was jamming and it was great. A few weeks ago, he was at Rio Grande and I went up and I saw him and I shook his hand. I said, yeah, I got to, and I was talking about that day and blank, no clue. Could not.
Oh yeah.
And he flat out said, yeah, I don't remember. I'm like, okay.
To you, it was this like magical transcendent
I'm like,
experience.
This had a real push. This, all these things that pushed me. And I'm like, you really helped me get. Yeah, I don't remember.
Yeah.
See,
Okay.
I always relate music to dating somehow because there's just so many fun like analogies. That's just like a dude that had a one night stand with you, and he's like, "No, I don't really remember, Becky. Sorry." And you're like, it was special. I thought it was special. Sorry, go ahead, PG-13.
That's okay.
You're talking about playing in a band.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
that too, that too, but
He
it
was-
is like dating. It really is being in a band.
Is it?
Yeah.
I think
Is it
so.
really?
It's like dating.
You
It's like
know,
more serious. Than
Yeah,
dating.
because when I got fired
When-
from a band, it felt like, dang.
They broke up with you.
Yeah, but
And then they
I think
found
you should
out
play
later
with
that
other people.
I found out they kind of stepped out on me because a few days earlier they had brought in this other singer. They told me that we're just gonna can't rehearse that night because we rehearsed 3 nights a week. And when we're gonna skip tonight. Okay, I'm going to find out later. They brought in another singer, and then on that other night
They're cheating.
they got
on
us
you.
together. They got us together so they could tell
Yeah.
me they were ditching me. And I was like, oh
See,
man,
We
and-
need to talk.
And-
it's a
and
good
my-
thing I'm used to this.
and my experience has been whenever I play with another musician, I don't hate myself the next day. So for me, it's not a thing like dating. So maybe that's just me.
For me, I feel like it's easier. My romantic life is easier than my band life.
Oh,
It's a
geez.
lot easier for me to like date a guy, and I'm like, this is less commitment than, than being in a band.
Oh god, yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah. Like, yeah, we can go to dinner or movie. What's the worst part? And then someone's like, what if we just like did a couple gigs together? And I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't know if I'm ready for that.
Yeah, that's kind of a commitment.
Maybe
True.
we should just jam together for a little bit first.
Yeah.
Truman came in and he said that he went on a couple of jams and he went on a cover and he goes, I think I joined a band.
What he actually said was, I think I accidentally joined a metal
There you
band.
go.
And he did.
Yeah,
he's
he's
not
been
in
doing-
there, and he's like,
No.
yeah, this was not my thing. I was like, okay, well now you know,
Yeah.
Well, he looks like a metal guy.
doesn't he?
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
And the thing he loves
That
more than anything is
beautiful hair.
country. So
Oh, that's
And of course, if
hilarious.
we're talking about Truman Provencio, a friend of ours, you've seen him here and you've seen
Mhm.
how he gets a little great. I love telling the story about how my wife was walking through them. She said she was walking through the mall and off way in the distance, she sees somebody playing. And then she goes, that looks like Truman. And then he starts going like this. And she goes,
Oh, yeah.
that's
Yeah,
Truman.
that's Truman.
Yeah.
The best part was my 6-year-old granddaughter goes, isn't that daddy's friend or grandpa's friend?
So this is a great segue for me. I'm in plug mode, so I apologize.
yes,
So
That's the purpose of this.
right.
And we can start, by the way, with here since
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
look what I got on my phone.
Hey.
Does that sound familiar?
Yeah. That's good company.
Yeah.
Oh.
Which, by the way, I
So-
didn't realize was an older song of yours.
Yeah, it's one of the first songs that I brought to open mic when I first came to Las Cruces,
Okay.
and yeah, it sounded a lot different than that. It
So
was a
this-
Well,
three-chord song. It
You've
was-
gotten yourself together with some musicians that are just
Yeah.
wow.
yeah. I tried to surround myself with people who are better than me.
Well, that's easy for me.
Yeah, well.
Oh, my friend.
What was the concept of did you have like a concept for this album or did you just kind of throw some stuff together? How did this start?
So it's my sassy single sister songs,
Cool.
you know. So and my first record's called Unseen, and it was all like spiritual songs. It was the concept was like a faith left unseen. And the whole point of the record was that it wasn't unseen, you know. So same kind of thing with this. Unsaid is all these. It's just dating qualms. I feel like it's all the single things that you feel, and it's aimed at the ladies, but I feel like a lot of men have responded to the songs too.
Oh, yeah.
and like it because they're rock and roll, and I don't know. I guess we all feel the same,
Yeah.
really, and
Yeah.
that's
And
it. Yeah.
some of us have little cats named Einstein. Even if they're not real little cats named
Oh.
Einstein. There's a little
Yeah.
cat named Einstein in your soul.
That's
If
right.
you don't know what I'm talking
Just
about,
like
get
me,
the
yeah.
album. You can
Listen to
download it on
Yeah.
just about every format now.
on all digital streaming platforms. And before we get off of Truman, so one of the songs on there that I've been performing for a
Uh-huh.
while, The Giveaway,
Mhm.
and that one has a fun story, and we'll circle back to that. But Truman, I've been doing, or at least I've been trying to do this tour fundraising for the tour
Uh-huh.
that I'm going on next month, and I'm like accepting requests, and then I'm doing these like production videos of whatever song. So somebody requested one of my originals, which is The Giveaway. So I haven't released that video yet, but Truman did play on that. And
Oh,
he also played on Johnny Be Good. And
Yeah.
he just like tore
And he
it.
has been on cloud 9 ever
Yeah.
since he played with you.
Well, there's
He had
another
so
video
much fun.
coming. There's another video coming. There's more Truman coming, I promise. So, and it's good because I'm like a little bit more stoic when I play.
Oh yeah.
I try to move like he does, but like I'm just like looking at my fingers.
you don't want to
being
move like he does.
Change the chords. Change the chords right. All right.
Yeah, I know.
And
I
he's
hear
doing
that.
backflips
Yeah,
and stuff.
we're gonna have to get one of those gag sets where we put little diodes on you and then shock you.
Yeah.
That's the only way you're gonna move like Truman.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
Yeah. Anybody else, we'd be concerned it was seizures. With him, it's just like, oh, it's just him.
I
He's
say it
getting
all the
into
time. He starts getting into his motion. I'm like, he's at the wrong gig.
Right there playing Country Roads.
Yeah,
And,
he's
Oh, yeah.
like Johnny Cash, and he's up there doing Johnny Cash, and he's like, and I'm like, he's the only one. And
jumping off the speaker.
you watch Red Whiting, and nothing. I mean, that guy, when he starts playing, he's like bored, and he can see him looking at Truman. He gets a kick out of him every time.
Oh yeah.
He can see him just looking at him, going, oh, "Okay, here he goes."
Yeah. But yeah, he plays on the,
Yeah,
the
that's cool.
giveaway. The
That's
giveaway. So
great.
I need to release that.
That's neat.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is only a 7-song album, so you do need to release another album because
I agree.
I already need some more Daisy Blue.
Well, I'll give it to you. So I already have the next album.
God, that
like,
sounds dirty. I like
lined
it.
up. I'll give it to you, so to speak. So I don't, I've been trying to go off of this theme of like hear no evil, speak no evil.
Right.
Like, are there animals crawling around here? I'm hearing like it's like a cat coming in through the rafters. But
Oh, we got a comment by the way. Diana just commented. It just says Daisy Blue with a whole bunch of explanations.
Yep.
Diana, she got one of my t-shirts from the new merch line.
Oh, cool.
My new merch line also
Yay.
sounds very official, but
Doesn't it?
I've sold like 2 and I bought one
But
and Diana got the other one.
You
Yeah.
have a merch line.
I have a merch line.
You can say that. You could say you have a merch line. That's cool.
most of it is like Boycott for the Blues, which was the last single.
Oh, okay.
Because my niece came up with this really fun thing. It's called one of those Keep Calm shirts.
Uh-huh.
So it says Keep Calm and Choose the Blues. And that's one of my favorites.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That is very cool.
Keep calm and choose the blues. What you do? What is that noise? Is that,
Oh,
is it you?
I keep
Yes, it
moving.
is.
You're squeaking. BJ squeaking.
Yeah, I can't sit still. It's like No, it's not me. There's something outside.
Oh, okay. It coincided with
It's like,
your rocket.
I do because I can't. I'm married. My wife doesn't like it when I sit still too long. So
Keep moving.
I don't know that feeling anymore.
I'll get it.
Daisy also, Diana also wrote, says, I'm actually wearing Daisy's awesome tank in my profile pic. With a
Very
happy
good.
Oh,
face.
seriously?
Very good.
Yes.
Very cool.
Oh, that makes me super happy. It's one of those. And ladies, it's a racerback shirt.
That's cool.
Those are my favorites.
Cool.
So I guess you guys probably wouldn't wear a racerback.
I look a little too
No.
skanky in them. It doesn't work too well. Yeah. Plus, I tend to wear it backwards, so it gets really inappropriate really fast.
That's an image.
Okay, so
There
on
you
that
go.
note, hey,
That's
so
an
can we hear
image.
something?
Yeah. Should I
Right here.
should I play?
Yes, please.
We have guitars all over the room now.
Yeah.
Okay, what did I do with my pick? I swear I said it right here.
Oh, you're sitting on it. Yeah.
Oh, am I sitting on
Yes.
it?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. This happens to me constantly. Okay, so this is a song that everybody's, if you've gone to any of my shows, you've heard about 1,000 times. But I like telling the story behind this one.
Cool.
So when I was Air Force, I deployed once. I went to Iraq. I was very busy. I had a really action-packed adventure over there. And I wrote 2 songs when I was over there because, like I said, I was busy. One song was about overcoming adversity and finding contentment and gratitude in all situations. And the other song was about pretending not to like a guy because he doesn't like you. So you have to pretend that you don't like them because you have to save face. And that's the song that I still play.
Cool. So being just kind of like the 3rd grade.
Yeah, exactly.
Duh.
So
Nothing changes.
there's one thing about pretending to not like a guy
Yeah.
there's one thing that gives you away, or the ladies, it's the eyes. That's what gives you away. So that's what the song's called, The Giveaway.
Cool.
So I just happened to be in Baghdad when I wrote it. It's nothing to do with war or anything.
Cool.
Well, maybe you haven't met me, but I'm smart and I'm as cute as can be. I have courage and plenty of wit to spare, until I got caught in your eyes standing there. I could try and walk away. I could pretend like I don't want to stay. But you know I've never been no good at fake, because my eyes are the giveaway. My heart, it beats so fast, like I'm under a rotary blast. So please don't stand so close to me, 'cause I'm finding it hard to breathe. I can try and walk away. I could pretend like I don't want to stay. But you know I've never been any good at fake, babe, because my eyes are the giveaway. Oh no, I won't lurk in the night. Oh no, I won't be screaming for a fight, just to try and call you mine. Oh, I'll be gone by the break of daylight. I could try and ride away. Oh, I could pretend like I don't want to stay. But you know I ain't never been any good at fake, babe, because my eyes are the giveaway. You know my eyes are the giveaway. You know my eyes are the giveaway. You know my eyes are the giveaway.
Love it. That is awesome.
good.
Love that.
Dude.
So good.
So good.
And the record has the MFB playing on that.
Oh
one.
my gosh.
And they do a great job.
Yeah.
Tula Rosa's studio. This whole record is just a Frankenstein of a production. I have so many different production hands that were involved in it.
Good.
Some of it I recorded and produced myself when I was over at Full Sail. Some of it was done in Tula Rosa. Some of it like Ivory Ring helped with.
How long
Like-
did this take?
Well, a lot of it was just sitting in the can since like
okay.
And talking about it.
Yeah.
2017.
Oh my gosh.
So it took a while
Wow.
to finally I just made a bet with a friend. And he had a record to finish and I had a record to finish, so we had a deadline and then we had consequences prepared if we didn't get it done.
That's
So,
cool.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
So
That
we
is
both
very
finally
cool.
got our records.
I know I was sitting
Shout out to
at my
Wyatt.
folks' house and just hanging out with my folks, and I think we'd been to eat, and we're sitting there, and I'm going through stuff on my iPad, and everybody's doing their thing, and I'm going through all this stuff and scrolling, and all of a sudden I come across this thing by Daisy Blue, and it says new album coming soon. I had a date, and I said, and the first thing in my mind I said was friggin' about time.
Mother of God, as the camera zooms in. You take off your glasses.
Yeah.
And Diana also said, sounds amazing today, guys. I'm pretty sure she meant her.
Well, yeah.
Ah, thanks, girl.
Well,
Yeah.
except that I'm the one moving the dial, so it's a little bit me.
That's right. That's right.
Little
You
bit.
can't have good sound without good sound in engineering.
Oh.
I got a great story for you. I'm playing at Don Felix.
Mhm.
And of course, I started early and nobody was there. My kids were with us, and my other daughter was on her way. I'm not kidding. My wife looks around and she noticed that nobody was there. Her phone rings. Now she has the app on her tablet to control my sound system to make sure I'm leveled. She
Okay.
literally turned me way down so she could answer the phone.
Yeah.
Because she saw it was
That's too
Felicia.
much
She picks it up,
power.
goes, turns it down, answers the phone, does this to me while I'm singing. I'm like, that just happened.
Uh-huh. And-
She did assure me if anybody else was there, she wouldn't have done that. But nobody else was there. She just needed 2 minutes to tell Felicia where we were. But it was just,
Mhm.
I thought, okay, that was just too funny. That doesn't happen often.
And that's why I'm a control freak.
Yeah.
I adjust everything. So
She's usually really good. She's not usually. She's really good because once I recorded, she recorded a song that I did, one of my originals, and I thought I was a little out of balance, but I trusted her on it. And when I heard, I was like, oh, never mind. I trust her.
Mhm.
So yeah, I have a good sound. I just thought it was funny that one time. Turns it way down, answer the phone. I'm like,
It's like, hold on.
Yeah.
Let me just mute
That
the
just happened.
background noise that's happening right now. It's too
So,
funny.
but
It's too funny.
so you were on the road supporting the album,
I was
that's the way
on
I'm gonna
the
put it.
road again. Yeah.
and you're about to do it again. You're about to go out. When do you plan on? When are you? Because you got some.
Yeah.
Wait, back up. You have some gigs coming up
in town,
here in town.
I do.
including this Sunday.
Yes.
Yeah, Sunday. So tonight I'm playing at Picacho Hills,
Picacho Peak.
Picacho Peak. No, not Picacho Peak. Picacho Hills. It's like like the country club.
Oh,
So which
oh,
is why I
really?
haven't advertised it, because if you're not a member there, then you can't
Oh,
go. So
okay.
I felt I didn't know how to advertise it. I probably should have anyway. Anyway, I'm playing there tonight, and then Saturday I'm playing Dry Point. And I
Okay.
think that show starts at either 7 or 7:30.
You might want to make sure you figure that out.
Yeah.
It's
I'll
it's all
be there.
online actually.
It is online.
Yes.
It is. Okay, so I
And we're gonna get to all that.
yeah.
Yeah, but I want her
Because
to.
I got
Tell
I
time.
her
need
first.
to know. I
Yeah.
need to know when it is, because that's when I need to be there.
Yeah. it
I'm like
helps.
75% sure it's 7:30, and then I have TRC on Sunday, and that starts at 2.
Mhm.
Cool.
Yeah, and that's Las Cruces Tea,
Yeah.
the TRC
Yes.
brewery.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Which is an awesome place, and I'm out of salsa, so I have to go back.
Yeah.
That sounds really weird, doesn't
They
it?
have
No.
salsa there.
They have
I didn't know they had
salsa.
salsa.
It's a local brand, TPM, and it's so good.
Yeah.
And they're one of 2 places in town that I know that carry it, and that's it. Well,
What?
it's a local family thing, so they can't get into the grocery
Okay.
stores and all. But yeah, so you go up there, listen to good music, drink some of the best beers in town.
Mhm.
And I'm
And
sorry,
if you're
guys.
more basic like me, they have mimosas too.
Yeah.
Yes. Especially you're playing Sundays. They started that a few weeks back, and it's been a huge hit. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited about mimosas.
That's cool.
So
yeah.
for some reason, it makes me feel better about drinking early. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Don't worry about
Not
it.
a problem.
We'll have to have you on a show where Dallas Dave Ochoa is on, because
Oh
once
my
you've done
gosh.
that, you won't worry about it.
It would explode. The internet would explode if you put me and Dallas in the
Yeah.
same room. That dude hypes me up.
He came on a few weeks ago and
Yeah.
brings in a bottle of Jameson's
Yeah.
Oh my god.
at
that's
8 in the morning. I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah, okay.
Yeah,
You
I'm
could
good.
almost get away with it being like, this is pre-recorded, but it's
Yeah,
not.
it's not.
Yeah.
I do like I used to do. I'm not sleeping, so this is actually afternoon for me, so I can do whatever I want.
Okay.
Oh, there you go. So it's 5 o'clock somewhere,
Yeah.
as they say. So those are the upcoming shows.
Okay.
I've been trying
Mhm.
to get better at keeping my calendar updated. So
Yes.
if you want to be able to plan out, because I'm playing more and more places, which means I'm playing Las Cruces less and less and less.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So if you want to plan around coming to one of my shows, I tried to do not try. I do bands in town, and I have some of my family that helps me keep my calendar updated.
That's cool.
So you go to daisybluemusic.com and you click on shows. All of the events are already on there. So even if I haven't made like the pretty flyer and done
Mhm.
the Instagram post and the story and the event, I try to be as annoying as I can. I told Diana
Yes.
this. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm trying to be as annoying as I can to where you're going through your feed. You're like, gosh darn it, like another Daisy Blue thing. I'm so sick of seeing this. That's my goal. I want to be so annoying on your feed that you're so aware of all my shows that you're
Yes.
sick of seeing them. And Diana said, you're not there yet.
No.
And I'm like, I'm trying. Like, come
And-
to my show. Come to my show.
And actually,
Come
on
to
your
my
Instagram,
show.
you did put up Picacho Hills Country Club,
Oh, did
and
I?
it's showing at 5:00.
Oh, see, yeah, okay. I just didn't make
And-
it an individual flyer.
And then
So that's 5:00 tonight.
And
yeah.
then June 25th, Daisy Blue at Dry Point Distillery, 7:00.
Mhm.
Don't show up at
Oh,
7:30.
okay, 7:00.
Yeah.
See,
You'll have a
Randy
bunch of
knows
people
my schedule
staring at
better
you.
than I
Hopefully,
do.
at least get there early.
And then
Yeah.
Set up.
and then TRC on the 26th will be at 2.
So I was right about one of them.
There you go.
They do a lot of their stuff starting at 2.
Yeah.
By the
I
way,
need a manager.
I have played at TRC now.
Yes, he has.
Oh,
Mm.
okay. The Las Cruces one?
Yeah.
Oh man, it was so much fun. I love
Yeah,
it.
it
They've
is a
done
great
such
place.
a
It
good
is
Only went
job.
one
place.
time.
For something that was just a desolate side of the building a couple of years back,
Yeah.
there was nothing there. It was a drive to get to the parking lot back and forth from the front to the back, and they have just built this little patio that's just gorgeous.
It's really cozy in there. It's
Yeah.
really fun. It's
Yeah.
great for conversation and good times.
Uh-huh.
I feel like that place is a little bit more of my vibe
Yeah.
now that I'm no longer a what I would define as a whippersnapper. I've never been a whippersnapper though, because what I call whippersnapper is like you want to go and you want to meet members of the opposite sex and you want to like party.
Oh yeah.
I guess that's never really been my scene, to be honest. I've always been more of like a bar and pool tables type of gal. I want to. What did Ed Sheeran call it? Like drink fast and talk slow. That's one of his lyrics.
There you
Drink fast
go.
and talk slow. So I feel like TRC is one of those places. You
That's
know,
cool.
It's
Yeah.
kind of a nice
chit-chat.
in between.
It does.
Yeah.
It does have a nice
Because
vibe.
the crowd, you've got younger people and older people, and they all just mesh real well. And it's
Mhm.
it's a very intimate feel compared to some other places in town. Instead of having a stage that you're on, and I love Amaro, that stage is cool.
Mhm.
It changes things. Then when you're on this little sort of stage, it's not really much of a stage. You're almost rubbing elbows with the people that are there. It's kind of cool being that close, and you almost don't need to bring a sound system. You're right there with everybody.
Yeah.
It's
And that's a nice feel.
it's almost like you're somewhere and they go, "Hey, why don't you play something?" You know?
Yeah. Oh,
It
yeah.
feels like
kinda
a
has
private
that-
party.
yeah,
That's
that
what
private-
I said.
That
Mhm.
private, that small intimate thing.
Oh
Yeah.
You know.
It's like you're there just for the party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And that's definitely a nice place because of that.
Mhm.
Everybody, there's so many different vibes with different places here, and that's what's really cool
Mhm.
is that
Yeah.
I don't know why I absolutely love playing, and I'm talking to Morgan about doing more of that this summer. Is playing out at NM Vintage Market, that patio right there.
Oh!
It's nice.
The first time I played there was for the Mesilla Valley Music Fest a year ago or so. And I thought, oh, this is not okay. This will be cool. I had such a great time. There's something about the feel there with the traffic going by, people stopping, rolling down their windows, people walking by, coming.
Mhm.
It is so much fun. I have so much fun playing there. So it's different. It's very different. Then you go to NM Vintage Wines. That's a full stage, intimate kind of, not intimate, but yeah, it's still that stage
That
kind of
party.
private party.
You get both.
Yeah, it's just different. It's
Mhm.
so everybody's different. And then Amaro has that other
Yeah.
feel to it.
And then if you
I
go
got a
all
special place
full
for
out,
Amaro.
I didn't realize where Picacho Peaks was, because it was going by a different name when I was out
yeah.
there before. But they've got a full professional style stage out there.
Yeah.
And that's a totally different thing too.
Mhm.
So yeah, we've got the whole gambit out
Yeah.
here.
Then you got-
Including you've played lunch shows in Sassy Grass here
Yeah,
in town,
that was
which is basically
completely different.
yeah. It's kind of like it's not so much a performance area as we're not going to put any tables here. We're just going to shove everything out of the way.
Yeah,
And put you can play right
I
here.
sit there and
Where is this?
Sassy Grass Juice Bar and Lounge down in Picacho, right across from the Icebox,
Right next to
right next to
Okay.
Valley
yeah,
Pizza.
That's Valley Pizza.
It's
yeah.
a
Okay, I've never been here.
very
Oh.
different place.
It's a very different place.
I got to try one
Yeah.
of their smoothies.
Yes,
It
they're
takes
very
some
good.
getting used to. They're good.
Yeah,
It takes some getting used to because they're very thick, as
Yeah.
in stuff that I don't associate with a smoothie.
yeah,
They
and-
like their nuts in them,
yeah.
and it's like you're sitting there, you're drinking and chewing at the same time, and
They,
it takes a little getting used to.
You guys
But
are not making this sound like a good
Yeah.
place.
but it's
No,
so
no,
good.
it is. And they have a head shop, and they are working on being a consumption lounge,
Mhm.
Okay.
and so that's a
getting-
different vibe for me.
and getting their
Okay.
dispenser
Yeah,
license,
now I'm
yeah.
picking up
It
what you're
just
putting-
it's just
yeah.
a different
Yeah.
vibe, and there, but it's got. I mean,
You could
there
say
are
they're
just-
elevated.
oh, they are.
Or
Yeah,
a little bit higher.
yeah.
Right, I'm trying to find more pop puns. Let me see. This new it's so hot it's smoking.
Yeah.
What else? That's all I got.
So
They're
Yeah.
green friendly. Bet 420 is a good time to go.
remember when I played there? You were there. You played.
Yeah.
Like, I don't remember.
I don't remember being there. You
Right.
played. Oh, okay.
Right.
I don't even know where that place is. You were there for 3 hours on stage.
Yeah.
Jeez.
So you want to go through this week's list of events that are going on?
Yeah, since we don't really have a good segue because
Yeah.
I don't know.
That was, I mean,
It-
that was
you-
good enough.
If you're interested, you can always get high on music here in the area too.
Ah, there's a good
There we
Okay.
go.
transition.
That's-
Speaking of getting
Well,
high,
I will say, because the first time he got up at Amara Winery at open mic, and
Oh.
Dwight and Red joined him, and then
Oh.
Jaffe joined him, he had that look on his face. I said, he has become one of us. And then he sat down and he goes, that felt like a rush. And I'm like, he's one of us. He now
Oh.
has it. Yes.
Yeah, there's a line in
And-
Blues Brothers 2000 that just brings that all home. Talking about when you're up on stage and the band is rocking and you're in the pocket. Says there's no pharmaceutical made by man that can match
No,
the high of
no.
that moment.
It does not matter. That's
Yeah, I
my
agree.
addiction, and that's why I couldn't. So for many, I was off it for many years,
Yeah.
and then I got back on it, and now it's
One of the Facebook pages that I've been following here lately, it's a snarky smartass guitarist page more than anything, and they put up a post and it says get your kids involved, get your kids interested in musical accessories early. They'll never have enough money for drugs,
exactly.
and that's pretty close.
Yeah.
if you get them more into the engineering side of things, then yeah, that'll definitely be true.
Oh yeah.
God.
Get them involved in music. Yep.
Oh yeah, or turn them into
They want-
guitar addicts.
Oh,
they,
I know.
they can't be happy until they have the next guitar, and yeah.
I had somebody
Once
had
I
no
pay my
idea.
off, I hate to tell you, I've already got my next guitar in mind.
I had
I
a
don't know
client.
when.
I had a client that saw my guitar on the wall, and we talked a little bit. And she goes, "Well, how many guitars is enough?" And I looked at her. I'm like, "Yeah, you have no idea, do you?"
That's not a good question. That's bad.
The limit does not exist.
Yes.
It does not exist.
Yeah, and especially if you haven't found one that goes up to 11 yet.
So speaking of getting high on music,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in Vintage this Friday at 7:30, Christopher Escarcega is going to be out there. As we said, Dry Point Distiller Daisy's going to be out there this Saturday at 7, not at 7:30.
Not at 7:30,
Not at
7.
7:37.
Yeah, Dry Point is cool. They've got some good drinks.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dusty Lowe is going to be at the game too this Friday at 7. Aaron Bent is going to be playing at the Boneyard Cantina this Saturday at 6. I don't know who that is.
He might be touring. Might be a touring guy.
or female. It's spelled
Oh.
Eryn. You know the problem with names these
AAR.
days is you can never tell.
Mm-mm.
Well, you can't tell anyway, so I
Yeah.
don't know what to do now.
I've kind of got this thing in my head, and I've been noticing it going to open mics, is that almost everybody that shows up to play are guys, which, you know, cool no matter what. But it's like I'd really like to see some more women come out and play.
Mhm.
We had a woman come out last week and played ukulele, but
what are
she
you guys
travels.
doing?
Yeah.
That scares me.
She was here.
I know.
Yeah. She was.
Well,
That's
we-
right. She was just in for in town. She's here every week, but she's never here on Thursday. And then
Yeah.
it worked out that her work got her here on Thursday, so she came in
And she was so nervous
Yeah.
that she'd done horribly.
I
And
unfortunately
I made
had
a
to
point
leave before.
of going up and talking to her because I loved it. I have a thing for ukulele, mandolin, all these little tiny things that's just kind of cool. That you just pick this little nothing thing up and you're making music, which is just cool to me. She's cool, but yeah, we don't
Mhm.
get that many women out
Yeah.
there. Now we do have a rule that that you're not supposed to speak to them for the first time they come out, just to keep from scaring them off. 'Cause, Okay, maybe not.
Yeah, no.
No, I don't know what the deal is, but
Yeah.
if you're a musician, male or female or other, come out and check out the Amara Winery open mic on
Yeah.
Thursday nights at 7:30. It's fun and it's
It's
real laid
fun.
back, and we make everybody feel welcome.
Yeah.
They
It's
even
true.
treat me like I'm a musician. How cool is that?
I told Dwight that I mentioned this. If you plan to go and play, come out, bring your instrument. If you don't think you want to play, do not walk in with your instrument. Dwight will put you up on stage.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I've even
So-
come without one, and he's still.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
because you got we kind of
Well, there may have been a few people pushing him and,
Yeah,
and
exactly.
pointing out that you were there.
and he's like, I got a
Had, like,
guitar up there. I'm
groceries
like, I
sitting in
got
the
one
truck.
here.
I was not prepared to play.
Well, CW showed up a couple weeks ago, and
Mhm.
I noticed when we walked in, he didn't bring a guitar or anything.
Right.
And I walked up there and I said, by the way, if you feel like playing, my guitar's up there. And he's like, oh, okay. And so of course everybody's pushing him. And I went, it's up there. And he's like, okay. So he went and played.
Now, I tell you what's given me a little bit of an ego boost is I actually offered to let him play my guitar. He says, no, I can't play that thing. He picked this thing up. He started messing with it. And about 3 minutes later,
Yeah.
he's looking at his fingertips and going, how?
It doesn't work.
Because the strings were hitting on either side of his
Yeah.
calluses. So they were hitting all
Oh,
this wrong.
dang, all the wrong spots.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
that's
it was like he was suddenly a
funny.
beginner playing with the
Oh, that's
calluses.
hilarious.
I was
Oh,
like,
damn,
dude.
I would have loved to have seen that.
I had a friend of mine that
it made my night. I was like, ooh.
It'd be like
I had a
watching
friend
a
of mine
cat
trying to play. He was playing one of my. I have an electric 12 string, and he came
Mhm.
over and we were doing lyric writing, and he decided he wanted to play that one, and he was trying to do his noodling, and
Ooh.
the little string that on the A got in between his
Oh,
his
no.
nail and his finger underneath his fingernail.
Oh,
He won't touch it anymore.
They'll hurt you. I've actually had my thumbnail split, get cut from sitting there doing this thing. And if you lean wrong and you get your nail on there,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
that's
it's no joke. Those things are no joke.
Yeah, you can basically use that like piano string on
But-
somebody.
But he's playing this one better than he does this one.
oh, that's too
He's-
funny.
He's playing his 12
Oh,
string.
it's-
He's
it's
smoother.
so comfortable.
He's smoother and more comfortable on the 12 string than he is on this one.
Well, hey,
I know.
just find your
Fat-
thing and friggin'
Yeah,
roll
Fat
with
little
it.
sausage fingers,
Well, that's awesome because
Yeah,
I can't
it's a-
play 12 string
It's
either,
pretty.
so.
Oh,
It is so
it's
pretty.
so much fun. By
Good
the way,
sound.
we are now looking at, once again, food truck battle is coming back.
Ooh.
Plaza de las Cruces this Friday, 6 to 8:30. Yeah, I don't know if it says. Sometimes it says, and sometimes it doesn't, and it doesn't say. And God bless my food truck. I think they've given up because there hasn't been any Chungo Burger in like a year.
Chungo
and-
Burger.
it's
Oh,
the
that's right. You mentioned that.
best.
You
I-
mentioned that.
best.
It's the food truck battles that just like a bunch of food trucks show up and then you eat.
And then you eat.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's all it
'Cause
is.
And there's some
I
music.
had this sort of like image in my head of everybody in their food trucks with like swords in their hands and
Oh,
like
wouldn't
on
you love to
on like
see
a
that?
race, like a dirt track or something, and just doing like a derby style
Yeah.
match to the death.
I think somebody's been watching Road Warrior
That's
too
the
much
kind of
lately.
food truck battle.
Hey, we're headed there, but
Imagination.
The luchador truck has got a guy strapped to the front with a guitar. With
Oh my gosh. Yes, that's the food truck battle. I mean, I'll still go to the battle where you get food. Like,
Oh yeah. Oh, that's my kind of a battle.
battling somebody by eating more than them.
Yes.
I can sign up for that. Yeah.
There is that. Let's see. CW Ion and the Long Hairs are going to be back at Amaro Winery this Friday at 7:30.
Awesome.
If you've never heard them, you need to go hear them. If you have heard them, you already know you.
Yeah,
need to
you already know
them.
you got to be there.
They're awesome as all get out.
And the food truck that's there is awesome.
Yes, which we're talking about. We're trying to get them on the show to talk about their stuff.
Yeah.
The long hairs.
The food truck.
Yeah.
Oh, the food truck. Okay.
Yeah.
We had Dwight
Ask them
on.
about the battle idea.
We had Dwight on recently. Oh my gosh, that was so much fun.
And we got to get him on again.
Yes.
He's all psyched when he gets some time. We're going to get him back on the show, and he's going to go through the Nashville number system with us.
Oh, yeah, that's cool. Cool.
Unfortunately, he decided he wants both of us to be playing by the end of it to show how it works. And I'm just like, you do know how few chords I actually know, right?
He's like, it was funny because I was jamming with him and Roy Garcia and Red, and Roy and Dwight were figuring out a song, and they started going one, it goes 1-4, and then 4 flat. No, but and I'm sitting there, they're just going through this 5 and 4, 3, and I'm sitting there, and I was so confused. I looked at Red, and Red looked at me like, "What?"
I finally learned what like 1-4-5 looks like with bar chords on a guitar.
Yeah.
And ever since then, it's like I can see the numbers in the matrix.
That's cool.
Because it's the same pattern,
Yeah.
regardless of where you are on the guitar. Like it's just as far away.
Mhm.
So I always thought that like bass players, that made sense to me, that they could be like, "What's that? 1-4-5," and then they shift.
He just,
Yeah.
he's amazing with it. But it was just funny when I'm listening to him and they're writing this down, and I'm like, huh?
I don't know. I thought we were playing like notes, not numbers.
I'm like looking at I got A, E. I'm like, I got the A, the chords over my chart. I'm like, okay.
Oh yeah. So I think it's going to be a cool lesson.
It will be. It'll be
it's
really
it's going to be a show, but it's going to be a lesson.
And Dwight is he's just an amazing guy.
Yeah.
He's just an amazing guy.
Also, this Saturday at 6 at Icebox Brewing, that's Picacho location. CW is going to be playing out there by himself. That does not happen that much.
Do that
these
anymore.
days.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh God, I've missed you. If you're gonna do that, you better hit the power note.
What? We have another comment.
Uh-oh.
Let's see. Oh, I got it here.
Good morning.
Danny.
Hey,
Danny Sanchez. Good morning, y'all. Hey, Blue.
Hey, Danny Sanny. Chocolate Bear.
So he says, "Good morning. Good morning, y'all. Hey, Blue."
What's up?
Yeah.
Hey, Chocolate.
Very cool, man. I was
Sexual
actually up at Luna Rosa the other day and picked up, because on their little thing they've got his new card. So
Very
I picked up his
new
business card, which is very cool looking.
Danny Sanny's new business
Yeah.
card?
Yeah, he looks.
Has it got one of those like QR codes on it?
Yeah.
I knew it. That's how I saw it in your eyes.
Yeah.
It's
cool.
It's on the backside and it's got all
Yeah.
his stuff, so you can tip him from your business card. From his business card.
Yeah.
And with the right glasses, you can see a hologram appear of him.
Yeah. he stands up there and
He goes, "Hello."
Yeah, he looks.
My
That's
next
cool.
show is.
He looks all legit and everything.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But yeah, he's playing out there every Friday.
Friday
at,
night,
uh,
Luna Rosa.
at Luna Rosa.
You'll see Daniel.
Yeah, I keep meaning to make it out there.
He's got a
Haven't done it.
residency.
Yeah.
That's so dope.
How cool is that?
That's dope.
You don't get that very often, but that's cool.
Not in Las Cruces, you
No.
know.
Yeah. So
I was gonna say
Crazy,
something, but I'm gonna
crazy.
keep my mouth shut.
Crazy vocalist, crazy good vocalist.
Oh yeah. So Rio Grande Winery, this Saturday at 6, Jessica Flores is coming back out.
Mm.
Mark Coker is going to be out Friday at 6, and we were talking about him earlier. Rio Grande Winery, Sunday at 4, Dave Olguin.
Yeah.
And I am going to hit that interested button right now
I'm interested.
because I have to go onto the page to actually hit going. So I'll do
Yeah.
that later after the show. I'll be running back and forth between 2 different gigs on Sunday in that case. That is this Sunday, yes. So yeah, I'll run back and forth between TRC and Rio Grande.
Mhm.
They're not that far away. I can
No.
manage that.
You can do it.
not going to talk about how much I'm going to drink. Yeah, TJM is playing at the game 1 this Sunday at 1. That's pretty cool. Let's see. Movies in the Park is coming back at Apataka Park. They're going to be playing Cruella.
Oh.
Yay, movies in the park.
Oh, the movie that was really good.
Was it?
Was it?
Yes.
Oh, that's
My
so surprising.
granddaughter told
It
me,
looks
Grandpa.
really cringy. So
No, I watched it with my granddaughters. It was great. It was really good. Yes. Yeah, I was surprised how good it was.
Okay.
Well, that's a good thing because
Yeah.
I'm
I
just
see you,
like,
Emma. I
okay.
see you.
Yeah, we gotta sit there and make the villain a good guy, which means we have to make somebody before them a bigger villain.
Let's just
And
say,
then
yeah.
They're gonna do the next movie about the gal that was the villain in this one, with her origin story when she was the good guy, and somebody who was a bigger villain back then.
Yeah. What you do, by the time you're done, it's like, I get it.
Okay.
The villain paradox.
Yeah.
Okay.
I get why you had to skin those dogs.
Yeah.
Get you. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, sometimes you just need a dog coat. You know what I mean?
Well, we already know that there are sometimes that dogs are telling you messed up things to do. So
It's a doggy dog world.
Yeah.
yeah,
What else is Danny saying?
it's a doggy dog world.
Oh,
Yes,
see.
My eyes aren't that good to be able to see all the.
that's okay.
Just a
Ah.
summer one. He's talking about his
his residency.
his residency is just a summer one.
Cruella
She
was
flips
dope
his hair
AF.
back.
Yeah, definitely recommend to
Well,
watch.
he's got
Right?
kids,
I
that's
thought
why he's
so.
seen it.
That's
Yeah.
what I said.
Okay.
I got, I had my
Okay.
granddaughters and it was perfect. And yeah, my granddaughters, 6 and 8, and watched it with them and they loved it.
All
Yeah,
right, so I'm
so
going
you
to
could
Music
watch
in
it
the
with
Park
them.
then.
There is so much on the Disney app,
Yeah.
the streaming stuff that I keep thinking, oh, I need to watch that, and I haven't watched it.
My favorite movie of all time is Jungle Book, the original animated.
Mhm.
And one of my birthdays when the kids were little, I was one of my first Father's Day, and they said, "What do you want to do?" And I said, "I want to watch a movie." And I showed them the movie, and they actually liked it. So it was
Oh,
really
yeah.
cool. I'm sitting here watching with my kids.
Oh, you're
and
talking about the cartoon.
the
yeah.
cartoon,
cartoon.
yes,
Yeah.
yes, the original. So that was it's all. As
Yeah,
a matter of fact, I watched it like a few months ago with my granddaughters.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. We used to have a Disney store in El Paso,
yeah,
in the mall, and the first time I went in there, one of the employees, this girl comes bounding up, and employee comes right up to us, says, "Welcome to the store." Says, "What's your favorite Disney movie?"
oh,
I just knee jerked because I didn't even realize it. And I said, "Lady in the Tramp," and then I realized I'm getting misty thinking about Lady in the Tramp.
Like,
and no matter everything else they've done since, Lady in the Tramp is on the streaming site, and it's like coolest movie ever.
I got
like
one
to say
for you.
something to hit them sideways, like Cool Runnings.
Yeah.
You're like, what?
89
Deep
somewhere in,
Throat,
I think
no.
it was 90 or 91. They put, this is how old it is, they brought out Jungle Book on video,
Mhm.
and it was a big event.
Oh yeah,
And
it was coming out of the vault. Was
yeah,
the thing at
my
the time.
girlfriend at the time decided to get it for me. She knew it was my favorite movie, and when you pre-ordered it, you got to watch. She goes to pick it up and says, "Oh," and she goes, "And here's the watch." She goes, "Oh, this is so cool. He's gonna love this." And she goes, "Oh, how old is your little one?" She goes, "It's for my boyfriend."
Uh-huh.
And they were like,
37.
"Okay." No, I was 21 at the time.
Oh, okay. I guess that's better.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Better, not great, but better. But yeah, that was
So,
my story for that.
Since we spilled the beans on us, what's your favorite Disney
Yes.
movie?
My favorite Disney movie. Cool Runnings. Feel the rhythm. Feel the rhyme. Come on. We all know
Oh my
that's
God.
like one of the best movies of all time.
Run down an ice. Ice. That's the part I remember from that.
Oh my God.
That's a great movie.
Yes.
Hey, another sign that we're getting back to normal is we're getting some comedy coming back out. And all this is El Paso. This is a really big deal. It's going to be the Plaza Theater in downtown in El Paso. This Saturday, 8 to 11, the Latin Kings of Comedy.
Yeah.
I didn't think we were allowed to make jokes about anything anymore.
I know.
They're gonna get canceled.
Eh,
I don't know what for
Somebody-
yet, but it's coming.
Will
I'm
Smith
sure.
is going to fly out here.
No, this is cool. Paul Rodriguez, Danny Gaziello, Joey Medina, Johnny Sanchez, and Gilbert Esquivel are going to be playing.
That's cool.
So,
Oh, Danny
Alright.
Sanchez is a comedian now. Look at that.
or Johnny, one of the two.
Oh, you said Johnny. I heard
heard Danny?
I still got
Yeah,
Chocolate Bear. on my
Danny
brain.
Sanchez is going to be
Yeah.
telling jokes in the parking lot. Yeah.
Danny said about Cruella. He said definitely recommend to watch. Still a huge reach to justify killing puppies.
Right? Like still not on board with skinning dogs. Yeah. I don't know. Oh, I know you guys have seen what's his name? The guy that does the pitch meetings.
Oh God, yes. By the way, there is now a full channel for pitch meetings.
Oh, really? Okay.
They started
I need
one
to
out.
go
Yeah.
subscribe. It's Ryan something. I
Mhm.
forget his name.
Yeah.
But
damn.
he does a pitch meeting for John Wick. And
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, when they say, and then the puppy dies, and you see his like,
His
you
face
see
drop.
his face is dropping. He's like, I hope they kill everybody. He's like, okay, well, I'm glad you're on board with this because
Yeah,
the rest of the movie.
That's exactly what it is. Yeah. Oh yeah. If you've never checked
just
out,
a dog.
Yeah.
if you've never checked out Pitch Meeting, it's the best thing ever.
Oh my gosh.
And actually,
At least
Diana,
John
who's been watching this morning, I introduced her to Pitch Meeting. She's a huge fan of Twilight.
Wick.
I introduced her by showing her the Twilight pitch meetings, which will either you'll think it's the funniest thing or you're going to be so damn offended. And she loved them. But it's snarky. It's basically him playing two roles, usually the screenwriter and the movie exec. And he's pitching this movie that's, of course, already out. And they're talking about, it's going to be about this and about this. And they're basically making fun of the movie in the process. It's the best
such
thing.
a great concept
Yeah.
because sometimes you're sitting there in the movie or maybe it's just me and then you have to wonder especially if it's a terrible movie. You think to yourself, how did this get through the pitch meeting?
Oh,
how
yeah.
did this make it through?
How is it
the
that
pitch?
somebody didn't go,
No.
what?
Well,
Usually the answer is money. Oh, right.
well, I've been
Because money.
watching. They're now, as of today, they're 3 episodes in. Ooh, there's a new episode to watch.
Which one?
On Disney Plus, they are doing Ms. Marvel is the new
Oh,
Marvel series that they're
okay.
doing with Kamala Khan,
Mm.
and the girl they got playing Kamala Khan is adorable. She did not get the role like most Marvel actors do. It was actually through WhatsApp. Her aunt saw this thing and sent it to her, and she's like, says, Auntie, this is a scam. This is what it's about. But she went ahead and tried anyway, and gets this call, and she ends up getting the role. They were doing an interview with her, and she was talking about this. So how are you going to feel, when you start seeing yourself on Pitch Meeting and CinemaSins and Honest Trailers, and she just starts glowing, and she's, I can't wait.
It's a dream come true.
She's the biggest nerd. Everybody was talking about Tom Holland, who plays Spider-Man, is the biggest nerd in Marveldom. Well, she came in and she just unseated him immediately. Yeah, she's a fan right off the bat. It's a really neat idea. Basically, it's this little Pakistani girl, Muslim, living in New Jersey. So talk about your square peg. I mean, she's
Yeah.
got so much where she's square peggy. And she ends up developing superpowers and trying to figure out how to become a superhero. And her big line is, girls like me in Jersey, we don't save the world. And I'm just like, oh. And her best friend sits there and says, you know what? If you want to save the world, you're going to save the damn world. And I was like, oh, that's a great friend. To sit there and be able to say, if you want to do it, do it.
It's your limiting belief system.
Yeah.
So I just read this book called Limitless by Jim Quick.
Yeah.
And I mean, in a nutshell, if you don't want to read the book, that's it. What you believe you can do is what you can do.
Cool.
So if you believe you can, you can. If you believe that you can't, well you definitely can't then. Yeah.
And if the book's in a nutshell, it's really hard to read.
Yeah.
You'd have to actually open that nut.
You can get like a really fancy nutcracker. And,
Yeah.
yeah.
But it's got to be pretty big because it's got to be like this to hold the book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Anyway, Daniel says
we milked that joke dry.
movie pitch Mad Libs. Manifest that ish.
Okay.
What?
Okay. Okay.
Well, I think he was saying something else, but yeah, movie
that a
pitch
challenge?
Mad Libs. Yeah.
I think it is. That could be a raid.
Oh, you guys should
Oh.
start doing some Ellen stuff and like bring on Mad Libs and like challenge your guests to
Oh.
do stuff like that.
Gosh, I haven't done those
Oh.
since I was
Yeah.
9.
I've been looking at some stuff. We may be adding some games every once in a while.
Oh.
I've been watching BBC TV. 8 out of 10 cats. There's a show called Countdown on BBC. It's a very serious game where basically you pick a bunch of letters, and then you've got teams to see who can get the biggest word. And there's some stuff with math as well. And 8 out of 10 Cats came along, and they're doing a version of that with local comedians.
Oh.
Jimmy Carr is hosting this thing. It's funny as all get out. And they do other weird stuff. They added a game in there called Carrot in a Box. And I was like, yeah, we need to start doing Carrot in a Box. You bring out 2 carrots. I bring 2 boxes. One has a carrot, one does not have a carrot. One person gets to look inside the box. The other person gets to decide whether they want to keep their box or take the other box. The idea is for them to get the carrot in the box. And the other one tells them, whether they got the carrot in the box or not, and tries to convince them either to, switch boxes or not switch boxes. And it's so stupid that I really want to do it here.
You know what else you guys should do? Jimmy Fallon does these he makes if it's a vocalist, they do impressions of
Yeah.
other,
Oh, God.
famous singers with certain. You should make people do that with local
Oh.
vocalists.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be so fun?
We may be starting some fights with that one.
Yeah.
See, if Daniel's still listening, that's okay. That's the best one that I got, just because
Okay.
he's got that gravel in his voice.
Oh, yeah. We'll start some feuds.
I
in
can
town.
sing with that
Why
gravel
would
for
that
about 5
go?
seconds.
Imitation's
know.
the best form of flattery. I don't see any fights starting, but I'm not going to be here.
Who
so-
knows?
Oh,
Yeah. She's gonna be on the road.
I'm just going to suggest to you guys, then you guys
Well,
can handle the
she does have
aftermath.
military training. She
There
knows
you
how
go.
to pull the pin on a grenade and then get rid of that damn grenade. Uh,
I have had about 15 to 16 hours of combatives training over the last several years, so I'm pretty confident that I can lose any fight that you put me in. So, thank you, United States Air Force.
yeah, well, I was married for 7 years. I've had plenty of combative training.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm staying silent on that one.
Every
Now
Wednesday
we-
night, by the way, at Amaro Winery, they're doing karaoke.
Yeah, hosted
Starting
by
at 7:30, hosted by
Zeta.
Zeta.
Yes.
Zeta, yeah. I keep her card here because I keep forgetting her name. I don't know why. I feel horrible.
Señorita Zita.
Yeah.
There you go. That's how you remember.
So that's kind of cool. Oh, they're bringing it back. I'm sure it's perfectly safe and the water's very clean. Yeah. Masia kayaking and 2 floats on the Rio. Yeah,
There's
it's not-
water in it.
There's water.
There
There's
is
actually water.
in the
Oh,
Rio.
okay. I don't
Yeah.
get
That's
down
one
there
of
very
my
much. so I don't know.
favorite things to do. I thought they weren't allowing people to float in the
They
Rio
weren't.
anymore.
Yeah.
Unless you go to this specific event, I guess. Who's
So-
hosting this?
Let's see who is hosting this. It is hosted by
Southwest.
Southwest Expeditions.
Okay.
So looking for something fun to do on these hot weekends. Don't want to drive all the way to TRC just to play in the water. No, I really don't want to.
Uh,
Although you go to TRC, you get into the hot springs.
Yeah, the hot
that's not
springs.
playing in water.
No,
That's something
some
cooler.
Great stuff.
Come over to Masia on the river and rent out kayaks or river tubes for a fun 9-mile paddle, 3 hours or 3.5 mile river tube float, 2 hours. We open at 8:30 a.m. until 5:30 p.m. every Saturday and Sunday while the river is flowing. Last put in is at 3 p.m. We offer hard shell kayaks for the 9-mile paddle and commercial river tubes for the float. Just come out to Calle del Norte Bridge behind historic Masia Park and come over to the tents to sign in. You'll need a major credit card and 1 driver's license to hold while you're on the river. We accept cash as well, but still need a credit card and 1 ID to hold. Basically, they don't trust you with their kayaks
Yeah.
or their tubes.
That is a really popular thing down in Southern California. Although out there they call it illegal entry.
Oh God, yeah, yeah. But the thing is, you only get wet from about here down.
Yeah.
Oh God.
I got to Missouri and they told me they want to take me on a float trip on the Mississippi, and I'm like, they don't have that in California. I said, yeah, we call it illegal entry. And when I told my friend about it, he goes, "You mean illegal entry?"
Send your hate mail to BJ at.
I look forward to getting your comments and letters.
You guys
But-
should just try to get canceled. Just see how controversial you can get before you actually start getting
There you
email.
go.
And you're like, it's working.
Of
Oh,
course,
it-
now it's
it
not
would not-
illegal anymore.
It wouldn't take long.
Now it's just floating.
Oh God. So if you go out there, you get
Yeah.
kayak, pedal, life jacket, and shell service or river tube and all of that. it's $38 for the kayaks, $25 for the river tubes.
Oh.
You can also
How much for the floating ice chest full of beer?
You were
Because
going. You went
you're-
there. I was
I-
thinking it. She
I'm
said
like,
it.
There's no way I could go on this thing because
See-
they're not going to tolerate the level of
Yeah.
consumption that I want to do.
See, I'm
normally
sitting
on
there.
Rio.
Either it's just in your head and you know where you live, or you're peeking. Yeah, cooler floater, $15. I ain't kidding.
Is it on there? Seriously?
Floater to put your mid-sized
Oh,
cooler in to
okay.
float with you.
Okay, I can
Please,
get down
no
with
glass
these people.
bottles on the river.
I can get
Oh,
down.
that's
Uh,
great.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll sign up.
So yeah. Get out there, get some tubes out in the water, get yourself a little cooler, fill it up
Look
with
it.
Fireball for some reason.
I've been getting really basic lately when it comes to my alcohol. I'm doing all like the heartburn stuff that I really dug when I was in college and I didn't fear
Oh, God.
death. You know, like Mike's Hard Lemonade and
Oh gosh.
Smirnoff and like margaritas in a bottle. I've been going back to that. I don't know why. Just
My
got
son
sweet
was-
tooth lately.
My son was out here. He said he
Death
actually
wish.
went out with some friends. They gave him this coffee cake, and he literally goes, "I actually said this. Oh, it tastes like Fireball." And he stopped and went, "I actually just said that."
Yep. Oh yeah.
And he's like, "I don't believe I just said that."
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
He goes, "Maybe I need to start cutting down."
Yeah. I literally have a chart on my computer so that I can track because I feel like I've gotten too crazy.
Well, I tried to do what every country artist tends to do, and I tried to write a song about alcohol and found that I couldn't. I basically had to make an allegory for a woman, and
And it works.
Oh, yeah.
Standard.
but then I noticed that a bunch of the songs I'm writing, I'm mentioning drinking regularly. So apparently, it's just all part of that.
You're
Fireball was so good, I
sweet.
asked to cover it.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. He covers
I
one of my
covered
songs.
Fireball.
It's cool. It sounds so different.
Fireball.
it was awesome.
Fireball.
Uh,
Yeah, a drinking song. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm putting that in my list.
Got to have
go.
at least one.
I need to write a toasting song. That's been on my agenda for a while.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's cool.
And to have like parts for the crowd to do because I do toast at all my
Oh.
shows, you know.
Well,
I try to incorporate it more and more. You know?
there's also the cover song that Weird Al Yankovic did called "Toast."
But is it about toasting or is it about like bread?
It's about toast.
Yeah.
It's
That's what
a
I
piece
thought.
of toast.
That's what I
Yeah,
thought.
toast.
No,
Uh,
that was, I forgot who that was. Yeah, I remember that one.
Remember Then and Friends are actually back in town this Sunday at 3 p.m. at Rio Grande Theater. They're cool. You want to see a cool
Yeah.
50s and 60s band.
Oh man.
They're so amazingly good. $25 admission, doors open at 2, concert at 3. I've heard them before, and they're so much fun. And it's a whole bunch of people up on that stage because they got the musicians, they've got multiple vocalists, and they all kind of dress the part,
That's cool.
which is awesome. Lucky Dog is still doing their tournaments.
Cool.
Spaceport America Cup, brought to you by Sierra Space, is happening right now at the Las Cruces Convention Center.
But don't go right now. Continue watching the show.
Don't go right
yeah,
now.
wait a
We're-
little while.
Wait
We're a
until
lot
done.
more fun than
Wait
they
until
are.
We're done.
Yeah.
Please.
We're a lot more fun than they are. So yeah, Doñana County is doing a diaper giveaway.
Oh,
That's kind of
Oh,
cool.
that's cool.
very cool.
June 22nd at 1 p.m. June 27th at 4 p.m. Apparently on the 27th you can wait longer. You can hold it longer. And there's no details. Yay.
Look it up.
Yeah, look it up. It's
Look it up,
going
it'll be up
on.
there somewhere.
And there, somebody else,
Yeah.
somebody knows something, but we don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, Drag Queen Alfresco is going to be back at Salute this Saturday at 6 p.m.
Cool.
So that's always cool. Come out and ask for me. I'll be in my best. Okay, maybe not. Hey, I think I make a pretty decent looking woman. Not according to some people. Your wife.
Some people are haters.
Yeah, his wife's a hater.
Well, now
Oh my
remember,
gosh.
we have an example that you got to live up to because my oldest son, our
Mm.
son he is very popular drag queen out in St. Louis area. Actually, he's done a lot traveling around Florida and a bunch of other places, but he is a very popular. And that guy had her fool for a little while.
Okay.
Yeah, because she looked at a picture and went, "Oh wow, who is this on his page?" And she's looking, going, "She's pretty." And then there was a picture of him smiling. And goes, and then because this is like 3 years after he told us he was gay,
Mhm.
and she started to freak out.
Oh my
and said,
gosh.
"Oh my God, it's Nick. I can handle him being gay. I can't handle him being a transvestite." And I went, "Hold on, talk to him." And he goes, "No, Mom,
Yeah.
I'm not I just dress up for the shows. That's it.
Yeah.
But I got some more pictures for you." She said, "Great." 20 minutes, I get another call. She goes, "Now I'm really upset." So what's the matter? She goes, "He does his makeup better than I do."
Oh, yeah.
She went full circle. through
Next
the
time he
whole
came
range
out
of
to visit, she
emotions.
pulled him over to her vanity. All right, help me, son. And he goes, "All right, Mom. First of all, get
Mr.
rid of this. Get rid of
Mahoney.
this." You know.
You know, I may not be a
all about the
professional
primer.
level, but I actually fooled Trisha Quillen the first time I met her. She saw me in the parking lot as she was driving up. I was guest hosting a show, and it was a Halloween
It was
thing.
Halloween. It was Hocus Pocus.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It was one of the sisters. I can't remember which one.
Yeah, it was the Bette Midler one. 'Cause,
Okay.
You
What
know,
was her
look at
name?
this face. But
worked.
yeah, and the thing is,
So
she
just
came
for
up
Parker,
after we'd
for
already
sure.
done our sound checks. We were getting started. Ben, who was hosting at the time, he was doing all the lead up stuff on the air, so I hadn't said anything yet. And then he starts announcing everybody. He gets to me, and I say something on there in my voice, and I thought she was going to lose her mind. That she realizes, oh, that's not a woman sitting next to me, dude. No.
That was the giveaway.
We went and saw my son. He did a pageant out in Springfield, Missouri, and Andrew, our younger son, came with us, and he's looking around. He goes, "Yeah, you got to be careful who you check out here. You don't know which one is what."
That makes me want to get some more
Yeah.
makeup tips.
There's some that you look at and go, "Yep, that's a guy," and there's some that you go, "Wait, what?"
You're beautiful. You're beautiful.
I used to say, "They go, how many kids do you have?" I said, 4, 3 girls and 2 boys. Because there's Janessa. We had to add Janessa in there.
Yeah, I just looked at my fingers. I'm like, wait a minute.
Uh-huh.
That doesn't add up here. It doesn't add up.
All right. So
On that note,
how about another song?
Yeah.
okay. Derp.
What was your line? And I still use it on here every once in a while. Dance, monkey, dance.
Dance, monkey, dance. Okay.
Well, I thought I asked nicely.
Okay, so I'll play a song that I don't really play live much, so it's on the record. I threw it in as like a last minute ad,
Ah.
and it's pretty much about just like trying to let someone. In my head, this is like a person who's been kind of toxic to you and is kind of like pushing you away,
Ooh.
and this is you letting them and doing it with love.
Oh.
You know, so it's called My Friend. But you can interpret it any way you want. If it's about something else to you, it's like, that's cool. Hey, it's okay for you to be who you gotta be, even if it's without me. Hey, it's okay for you to do what you gotta do. I won't make it hard on you. It's okay. And hey, it's okay. You don't need to say a word, don't even need to say a thing. Hey, it's okay. I'm just happy that we got the time. You've always been a friend of mine. Though there's things I don't know, I understand. Near or far, I'll always be your fan. Oh, and hey, it's okay. Oh, I don't need a reason. Every heart, it has its season. Hey, it's okay. I'm just happy that we got the time. You've always been a friend of mine.
Oh, and hey, it's okay. I don't need a reason, everyone has their own demons. Hey, it's okay. I'm just happy that we got the time. You'll always be in this heart of mine.
Very nice. I like
That's
love
called
that.
My Friend.
it. I like it.
Yeah.
That's cool.
You can let someone have some space and still love them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's easier.
Careful, we got glasses on
Oh,
the floor.
yeah. Pick your glasses off the floor, off the floor.
Somebody was
I
yeah.
know.
Somebody was
just broke the mood.
somebody was channeling Truman and throwing
Oh,
their glasses. Hey, I ain't kidding. I was
Yeah.
at an open mic with him at one point that he was banging his head so hard he shot his glasses almost off the stage.
He's gonna have to start wearing those really geeky, like
Yeah.
The NBA thing.
yeah, like what like basketball
Yeah.
players wear to keep
Yeah,
the
the
glasses
goggles.
on their
Oh.
faces.
I started streaming, watching the Showtime on HBO Max about the Lakers back in the 80s, the 81 Lakers. So that was very interesting. It is very interesting. And I was a big fan of that. I watched every game of the back-to-back series, back-to-back championships back in 81, 82, or no, the back-to-backs were in 86, 87, somewhere in there. So I was a big fan. So it was really cool to see this because it goes through Magic Johnson coming into the league and how he started and where he became Magic, and really cool. So that's another really cool show to stream there. Just kind of got me, just reminded me of that.
We've gotten into a weird place. Streaming has
Yeah.
changed the way we watch TV like
Yeah.
crazy. My sister just got rid of her cable. She's been playing with the idea for a while, and she finally says, no. She's spending a whole lot of money and not watching what she wants to watch. So
Yeah.
it's gotten so much easier to just, see whatever you want when you want to watch it.
Oh, we haven't had cable in years, and we're doing just fine.
Oh yeah.
I miss
Yeah.
CSPN though.
Well, you can buy a subscription to
Yeah.
that too.
Yes.
And
Yeah,
watch
there's
that
a
from
subscription, but it's not, it's like, but I do have MLB, and that's my biggest thing is baseball. So I get to watch that out, and that's really cool because I can wait
See-
till my wife's asleep and then I watch the game.
See, as far as I know, they don't offer a streaming service for the ESPN that I would want because
Yeah.
I used to watch. We used to have out here on the cable channels. We had the regular ESPNs, like 1 and 2,
Uh-huh.
and then you had one that they make fun of it in Dodgeball, talking about ESPN 8, the Ocho. But there really was one that was like that, and they played
Yeah.
weird stuff, Australian rules football and
Yes.
cricket,
Yeah.
and they had sumo wrestling, and you could actually follow the
Yeah.
course of the championships. And I always like the weird sports. I don't know. Regular
Yeah.
sports have never held my interest. I was watching at one point before Spike TV became Paramount. They were doing what was it? It was drone races.
Yeah.
Oh my God! These guys sitting there
Through
with their
arenas and
VR
stadiums, yeah.
goggles on. They can't see what they're doing. They're sitting around these big, these big warehouses where there's walls between you and there, and they're going through all these little, obstacles and stuff. And I was like, I'd be puking.
Yeah.
Forget being able to navigate
Yeah.
through this stuff. I couldn't do that. I would be nauseous trying to do it, and they're just like crazy. It's nuts.
There was an old joke we used to have. It's like, got home from my gig and it was so late. I turned on ESPN and there was boxing and it was 2 white guys fighting.
Oh wow.
That's how late it was.
Really late.
Why this isn't allowed?
Those actually weren't white guys. It's just they only box at night, so they don't go out during the
Oh,
daytime.
that's too
So,
funny.
yeah, they got a little pasty over time.
Yeah, you get a
I'm
little-
determined to
Wait.
get. I'm determined to get mad letters.
There you go.
Oh, back in the 80s, give me a break. We weren't as easily offended then.
Yeah, not allowed to tell jokes anymore.
I know.
Yeah, that's the one sport that I could get into is like MMA.
Yeah.
That'd be fun. As far as like participating. That and volleyball. that'd be fun.
Mhm.
But otherwise, my stance on athleticism as far as like my participation is that I just like to look athletic,
Uh-huh.
but I'm not actually good at any sports. But I want to look like I'm good at sports. That's it. That's
Yeah.
all I'm striving for.
The problem is age starts to become a factor. I was a baseball player, and when I was 40, I decided I want to play softball to get back into playing and just have fun.
Mhm.
And that's when you realize things change, because I remember when I played last, your brain and your
Oh, yeah.
body work together. Your brain says, go get it. And your legs start moving. And then what happened was the ball got hit, and I was 40, and my brain said, go get it. And my leg said, you mean right now?
Uh-huh.
And I'm not kidding. I watched the ball go by, and everybody said it was hilarious because I watched the ball go by, and I looked at my legs and said, what the hell?
Come on. BJ's got jokes on jokes on jokes today, man.
The
Oh,
sad
yeah.
part is it real.
Well,
She's like, it's my life. That's
making
the
this up.
joke.
well, there's a
My
joke, but
life.
it's totally true. Talking about, when I was young, says I could do anything
Oh yeah.
all day long, all night long. I'd be fine the next day. Says now I can't move across the room because I just pulled my back out trying to put my socks on. It's like,
We took our granddaughter shopping, got home, and we're like, yeah, I can't move.
Well, you saw it a couple months back. We were sitting here. We were just getting ready for the show. That was not a fun show for me. We were sitting there, and I think I reached. I think I reached down for my headphones.
Yeah.
Reached down for my headphones.
No.
I came back up, and I got to about here, and I went stuck straight like this. And he's like, "What the hell just happened?" I says, "I don't want to tell you. It's really embarrassing." But oh my god, I just pulled my back out.
Trying to get my headphones. That's
Yeah.
so sad.
How sad is that?
I don't know.
But
Is there like some type of physical therapy you can do that prevents you from straining your back when you put on your socks? Because I'll do that.
I don't know if there
I'm willing
is.
to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think playing some of these gigs helps.
Yeah.
Yeah, about a month back, I did my first 3
You're
hour
healed
gig.
by
in the-
rock and roll. Is that what you're telling
Yeah.
me?
I was dead the next day
Mhm.
after playing 3 hours straight. Oh my god. I have done hard labor,
Mhm.
roofing, landscaping, all sorts. Some other stuff I don't want to talk about because some of it's not totally legal.
Making love. Yeah. Just hours upon hours. And the
Yeah,
next
well.
day, I'm fine. Anyway, sorry.
Well,
PG-13.
thanks. I got an image that I don't want. It's an image of me, and I don't want it. Now, sitting there and playing music for 3 hours
Yeah.
wears you out. I was like, I kind of suspected it because I get worn out DJing, and all I'm doing is playing music. But man, to actually experience what I've witnessed from a bunch of you guys doing it, it's like I don't know how you do it.
And I used to be a hater too,
Yeah.
because I had some before I was a full-time musician, I had some friends who were complaining about how tired they were.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, I just feel so bad for you living your dream and playing music all the time. Like, poor you. Wah.
Yeah.
They're like, have you not played like a 4 or 5 hour gig? Like, it's exhausting. Like, they stood their ground. They're like, what are you talking about? Because clearly you haven't done it.
You get through it because you've got that. It's that rush. It's that
The rock and roll in
adrenaline.
your
It's
soul.
the music
Yeah.
thing,
Control.
and then you pack up and you get home, and you sit down.
And you don't talk to anyone.
That's the problem. Because I've learned put my stuff away before I sit down. Otherwise, wait until tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I
Because
rarely
once you
put
sit
anything.
down and your back is like, I'm done.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
But at the same time, it's true. You're getting to do something for pay
Oh, I know.
that is ridiculous.
It's.
I mean, basically, and a bunch of athletes do the same sort of thing. You're doing something that you did growing up for fun in a lot of cases. It's something that you enjoy, and most of the time, and for most intents and purposes, you would think it's a hobby sort of thing. No, this is my career, and it's kind of a weird thing. I don't think my brain is quite grasping that whole thing. But and yes, there's a lot of work being put into it.
Mhm.
But at the same time, you're getting up on stage and playing music and getting paid to do that. How awesome is that?
I remember hearing true musicians are not paid to play. They're paid to set up and
tear
tear
down.
Yeah,
down.
I've been using
Mhm.
that one a lot lately.
Because when you're up there playing, it's like I've had a couple places that told me, "Well, I'd love to have you, but we really can't play much, pay much." And I'm like, "That's okay." And
Yeah.
I was like, "Let me play.
Mhm.
I don't have anything else going on for the rest of the month. Let me play."
Oh, yeah.
It's that addiction. You start feeling like, "Oh man, I miss it." And it's only been a week.
Yeah.
Well, and the thing is, setup and teardown is getting so much easier as technology is getting better and better. You've got systems that are so easy to put up.
I've got my
Like, that is not the case for me.
Yeah,
I've seen your setup.
I
Your
don't know
setup's a little nuts still.
I loved
It's getting more and more elaborate.
I loved it because you watch. I went out to see Sage Junowing, and
Oh, God.
he's
nuts.
He's been doing this for 30 years, and he's very particular about his sound. So he's got this huge pedal board and this speaker system, and there are cables everywhere.
Mhm.
After he was done, I was talking to him for a good 20 minutes, and I lost count of how many cables he wrapped up. He comes to see me.
Yeah.
And he looks at me. I got 3.
Yeah.
And my column speaker, and he just stood there staring at it. He goes, "I like the simplicity of your setup." And he stood there listening to it. And he looked at me. He goes, "Yeah, there's no way I can do that." He just can't bring himself, because for
No.
like 2 seconds he thought maybe I could. No.
Yeah, but then you realize how much stuff you don't have access to.
Exactly.
Even if you weren't going to use it, you still want to have access to it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, for me, it's more like about aesthetics. I get there and I've gotten more and more to try to like set the stage vibe
Yeah.
more than the sound vibe.
Oh, God.
So
Well-
I show up earlier and earlier for my gigs,
Mhm.
and I still end up like panicking 10-15 minutes beforehand. And I'm like, oh, I got here so early.
Yeah.
And I'm still not.
Well, I went out to
Ready.
that I think it was the last evening gig that you've done at Amaro,
Mhm.
and of course, you've got your speaker setup, which it's one of those more compact speaker setups, which is awesome. I think
Yeah.
the sound on those is amazing for what they are. I can't afford one of those yet, so I'm using
That was back in
1,000
my
watt
previous
cabinet
life
speakers.
Yeah.
when I was like a sultan.
Yeah.
That's really how I feel. That's
When
not
I-
how it is anymore.
When I first started, I bought the Behringer Europort
Mhm.
that had the fairly small speakers and the had one stands and this little 8-channel mixer or 4-channel mixer, and it was really cool, and it was powered and 500 watts. It was perfect.
Yeah.
And then I tear it down, put it away, and then I saw the Collins speakers, and I said, "You know what?"
Yeah.
It's a little
And
bit
I had
easier,
a, and then a weekend was coming up where I scheduled 3 days in a row, and I'm like, "Yeah, I'm not doing this."
and that's what Daisy was using.
Yeah.
You had your guitar out there. You had a friend out there with a guitar. Was that
couldn't tell you who
Chris?
it was. I'm
I-
like,
I don't remember who it was. Wasn't Chris, was it?
it could have been. It could have been Chris. It could have been Truman. It could have been what's his face?
She slept since then, so
I'm like,
Yeah.
it could have been Bobby McDaniel
She's-
played with me. It
She's
could
a
have been my
musical
dad.
Jezebel.
Yeah, I play with a lot of different people. I'm like, I don't
But,
know.
Yeah,
I feel like you would have remembered Chris if it was Chris.
Yeah, I'm thinking that it was, but the basic your sound setup was pretty basic, pretty simple to set up and tear down, and then you had your nice little setup with your who you are, your tip thing, and all your information, and you strung, even though there's lights out there, you would strung lights up over the thing, and to make it give it that
Cute.
almost this Joan Baez type feel.
I just thought it look cute.
It was like little stars that were just right there, and I was just like, "That's awesome. That's very cool." So yeah, you're very much into the aesthetic.
I like the aesthetic. If it makes me feel more relaxed, I've talked to you guys about this a bunch of times where I still have such severe anxiety
Mhm.
before I play. So anything I can do to eliminate that. So part of it's the twinkle lights, and then I have a little rug, and then when I feel flossy, like I don't wear shoes when I play, but I need to go to see my nail guy to get like,
True.
Yeah, you gotta let me take care of those for you.
yeah, my nails are looking terrible.
No, they're actually doing really good. I
Well,
thought
the
you would have chipped them
hands-
up.
Man, I've been getting so many compliments on this. BJ did my nails, and they have
Yeah.
little like treble clefs on
Yeah.
them. I've been getting a
Yes.
lot of compliments.
That's
on
cool.
them. Yeah.
That's cool.
But yeah, anything to kind of, and then there's also strategy behind it too, because I'm sure you guys have had shows where people get really, really into the music, which is great. I'm all for encouraging
Mhm.
usually the loudest, drunkest, crazy people at the show. Like those are
Uh-huh.
usually like
Yeah.
Those are my people. Those are my people. But those are also the same people that like come up and take the mic from you when you're singing and like do
Oh.
stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah.
the lights actually, my twinkle lights create a barrier that's kind of
That's-
just psychology where people don't cross the barrier.
Yes.
They
Oh,
just
God.
don't cross the
It
barrier.
does create
See,
So
that.
when
And I
there's
think-
not a stage,
right.
it's kind of nice to have like.
And it's funny you
this is where it
mentioned
goes.
having a rug because that's
Mhm.
something that I had.
yeah.
I forgot what gig it was, and it was one of my first. And I realized for some stupid reason I felt like I've got to go get a rug. I
Mhm.
was not going to feel comfortable unless I took it. So
Mhm.
I went and got one. And there's something about having that. It's
Yeah, it's the Linus
it-
effect.
yeah, it is really, really. There you go.
It's a
But
safety
it's
blanket.
that little
yeah.
area that you create with that, and it's I even got
Uh-huh.
one.
Little
I even
piece of
got a
home with
small one to
you.
put my sound system on top of, so it's not on the concrete. I don't know.
Yeah. I just keep
Yeah.
bringing more and more stuff. Like I can't have enough tables. I have like
Oh,
all these folding
Oh.
tables I bring with me now. And
I
I'm
bring
like,
less
didn't
and
realize.
less because I'm by myself most of the time. See, I can still set up in 20 minutes.
Ugh.
If my wife comes with me, she'll help me 15-minute max, So it's like I used to get with the other one, I get there an hour early. That way I had 10-15 minutes to sit.
Mhm.
So I did with this one, got there an hour early and I'm sitting for 45 minutes. Damn,
Uh-huh.
can I start now?
Yeah.
It's like, screw it, I'm starting now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I got to admit, I played it tomorrow, and
Yeah.
I didn't know what to bring, so I brought everything. You would have thought there were two performers because I set up two different mic stands because I had one set up so I could sit and one so I could stand because I was like, I don't want to make things more difficult for me as I'm nervous and trying
That's
to
a
get
good
all this
move.
done, and I don't want to have to be moving a mic stand up and down.
Yeah.
So I just set up two different ones. So I step from one side to the other to either sit or stand.
That is a good move because chances are you just sat there and go, I really want to sit, but I don't want to sit and play with this thing. So
Yeah.
you do it, and then you
And-
don't feel comfortable, and then you're just, And
right now I have to sit
Smooth
if I'm going to play
transitions.
my pedal. If I
Right.
want to use my pedal with anything, if I'm going to use my cajon and the little back pedal that I have to stand because that doesn't work so well. That's not a comfortable thing to do, and it's not terribly comfortable when you're standing either. But I'm getting used to it. But my stage looked insane, and thank God, Ricky Lunick was up there, so I got him to play a couple of songs. Which
That's cool.
I was like,
Hey.
I see everybody doing that, and he did that to me when he was playing a gig. He says, "Come here and play. We got a guitar." Okay, and I was like, "Am I a real musician now?" But-
They've accepted
That is
me.
cool.
So I really wanted to get him up there and play, but he's so loud, and I was sitting there turning that mic down. I was like, I'm just gonna have to do the rest of the show sitting. Let me enunciate my words. Yeah, the show got very blue or brown very quickly. No, because I use these microphones.
Yeah.
These microphones are a little different than most
Yeah.
stage microphones. So he kept getting into it and just belting. So I was up there turning him way down so it would work. And I was like, I'm not going to readjust. That's the hardest thing to do is readjust, to adjust settings for yourself because you got to stop and hope that you heard it right. And it can be a real pain in the butt. But
that's why I love it when my wife comes because then she'll sit and she has a tablet
Yeah,
and
you
she
don't
can
have to
control my
worry about
levels
it.
on that.
Yeah.
It's Bluetooth to my tablet, so she can sit there. And one day I forgot my tablet and I said, "Give me your phone," and I downloaded the app on her phone, and she's like, "Great, now I'm stuck with it." I said, "Yes, you are."
oh well.
I have to stand when I play. I've sit twice. Once because I was still dealing with vertigo,
Mhm.
and I was okay if I sat, but if I stood, I was like still a little. So I just sat for that one, and another one. I went to Alamogordo. When I got out there, I realized I forgot to pack my strap.
Yeah, that happened.
Yeah.
That happened to me, and then I immediately found it after the gig was over.
Of course.
No,
it
mine
was in the bag.
I
I'm like,
remembered mine was still
Probably-
sitting on the table. I was
Probably
like,
right where your hand was when you were looking for it. Just
Yeah.
right beside where you were
It was
digging.
inside the damn bag. I don't know how I missed it. It's just like I said, I get this anxiety before I perform, and then all of a
Yeah.
sudden things just like disappear from my eyesight. I don't know what
every
it is.
time I leave for a gig, you get that feeling I forgot something. I
Well,
forgot something.
And you've got
Oh, and I always do.
And then you pull over, go in the back. Nope, I got it. Okay.
Oh yeah, see that's not what happens. I'm always like, nope, I'm just gonna have to go without that thing. Or I didn't change my shoes. Like I wore shower shoes to my last show because I forgot I have like, nice shoes I was gonna change into. So I was just wearing shower shoes. But whatever, I guess.
I got there. I
Show
was
must go on.
halfway to Alamogordo the previous time and went, did I pack any picks? Did I bring any picks?
Oh yeah, I hate
Luckily,
that too. Yeah.
in my bag, deep in my bag at the bottom, there was one. And you know me, I have that thing on my mic stand. I have like 4 stuck on there just because it looks cool.
Yeah.
I've yet to drop one. I've dropped one once and I've actually had to reach for it, but just having them up there just looks cool.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Well,
I just thought it was necessary.
I'm anal beyond belief, so I have these little
There you go.
deals here.
Yes.
I have one in
White-
each of my front pockets. Plus, I got just a ton of pics that are just all over the place. So.
Red Whiting does a lot of leather work, and he's given me 2 of these really cool, leather necklaces, and they hold a pick.
Yeah.
One of them is like in the shape of a cross, and it looks. I used to wear it to church all the time, and it had a
Oh,
pick in there. It
What's
was
more rock
awesome.
and roll than that? Dude?
I know, and it was so cool, and you have your picks right there. One of them holds like 3.
Yeah.
So yeah, he made those. He has wristbands that hold the drum key.
Oh yeah.
And he
I
has
feel like I've
necklaces that
seen
hold the
Dave
drum
with
key.
one of those.
Yeah. Red makes those. It's cool.
Yeah.
It is really cool.
Red's the coolest guy in the world too.
It's
Hey.
Yeah.
BJ's sitting right here, dude.
BJ's
I agree with him.
okay, but,
I agree with him.
Yeah,
I
he's not going
agree.
to
That
argue
guy
on
is-
that.
He is. Oh yeah, Red's cool.
Yeah,
Red's really cool.
there are so many reasons to come out to open mic
Oh,
tomorrow.
yeah.
One of them happening to be just getting to talk a little bit with either Dwight or Red.
Mhm.
Um,
And then some of
they're
the other
such neat
people that show
guys.
up too, like that.
You
time
never know.
CW came out, and
Mhm.
this Thursday, tomorrow, at Amaro Winery, Jaffe Ryder.
Finally,
Yes, Jaffe Ryder will be out there, and you got to go hear him.
Yeah.
It's
And
a
you
beautiful
never-
thing to hear him play.
you never know who's going to be there or what's going to
Yeah.
be happening. I ended up getting accompaniment when I got up on stage last week. It was kind of cool. There's a harmonica player that's been showing up, and he's so much fun.
Oh
And-
yeah.
And he got up the week before and would play with me, like at the end of a song. He'd be like, I really want to do some of this. So he's looking at me like real tentatively as he starts to play. I was like, do it. And I'm sitting there putting, breaks in my song where there are no breaks in my song,
Exactly.
just so he will play some more.
Yeah.
And then I don't know if you've ever heard of this guy, Tai Tai, the party guy. He's among other things, he is a flame juggler. But he came out and he had a little conga that he was playing. He got up and played
Yeah.
with me, and
He was
kinda-
good.
You never know what's
Wow,
going to
I'm
happen.
missing all this.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
he was awesome because he didn't like some guys get up there and they overplay it.
Well, and we were
And
doing
he
songs he'd never heard
didn't. It
before.
was he just he knew what he was doing.
Yeah,
The other that guy with the harmonica, he came up a couple
Yeah.
weeks ago and played Old Man when I was
yeah.
doing Old Man.
He's
by Neil
very
Young.
he's
played-
very new. to
So this time he
thing.
came up and I said, "I'm doing Old Man. Come on."
yeah.
I was like, "Come on, let's go."
Oh yeah. Well, I told him, I says, yeah, I got mad at you last week, and I could see it in his eyes. I'm sorry. And I says, you played a song with me and then you disappeared. You walked off. It's like, what the hell is wrong with you? Stay up next time. So
You don't go until I tell you. You
And
can
it's funny
go.
because you never know what's going to happen because CW came out one Saturday when
Mhm.
during the summer or during the winter, and I'll play. And Dwight and Red said, "Do you want backup?" He goes, "Yeah, sure." So they talked for 30 seconds, and boom, nailed it.
Yeah.
Sounding like a band. Next thing you know, they're
They
joining
are a
him
band.
on his
Yeah.
on his gigs now.
yeah, we had an open mic that a bunch of guys, 3 guys came out. 2 of them have been friends for years and years and years. The other one is the nephew of one of them,
Mm.
and basically a lead guitarist, a drummer, and a bass player. And they are now Blue Wind, and they are playing a lot in El Paso.
Yeah.
Amazing instrumental band. They do a lot of old 70s rock.
Mhm.
They do, Jeff Beck, Joe Satriani. Yes, this guy's playing
Instrumental.
Satriani and Beck on that
Yeah.
guitar, and he is so smooth.
And I
good.
even told him this time, when you look at the guy, he looks like a middle school science teacher.
Yeah.
And yet he plays. I was like, we were just blown away by how he was playing, just so smooth, and so doesn't overplay. He just nails it. It's
Yeah.
awesome. It's a great thing.
So
it's
you never know what's gonna be out there.
Yeah, you know what's
Yeah.
gonna happen out there.
I just remember the last time I was jamming at Amaro, it was kind of like the reverse of a clown car. You know, I went up to the stage and
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, and I kind of just like generally said, oh, anybody that wants to play, you know, like come up
Oh,
and
that's
jam with me.
dangerous.
Yeah, because you know, so Red sits down, and then you know, it's
Oh.
like Dwight's playing bass, and you know, okay, and then we got a you know, keyboard player, and then we have another guitar player, and then all of a sudden there's just like nobody left in the audience, and everybody's just on the stage, and I'm like, okay,
Oh,
how
yeah.
do I lead this massive band? And there's like a horn section. I'm like, what the hell?
Oh yeah. There was a
That's
guy with
hilarious.
washboard.
Yeah,
He wasn't
yeah,
playing.
spoons.
He was doing his laundry, but he just happened to be there.
He just
I like
happened
the
to be
story
there.
about how Jaffe came up to play
Oh yeah.
with you, and you were like,
I
were-
hadn't heard him play before.
Yeah.
You were a little nervous about the idea of that.
Well, I'm always just curious. I'm
Uh-huh.
always just curious. Be like, all right, here we go. Let's try it. And then my
And you were
face
playing
melted off.
You were playing your originals too.
yeah,
Which
yeah,
he had never
that's
heard.
impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and next
yeah,
thing
he
you know,
blew me away.
he joined you at the
Pumpkin. thing.
maze,
Yeah,
and
we had a couple different things lined up that just never
Yeah.
came to fruition.
Yeah,
so
he
not for
loved
lack of
playing-
wanting.
He enjoyed
no.
playing with you. He told me
Yeah.
flat, he goes, "I'd do it in a heartbeat." He just had so much fun.
We need to play together
Yeah.
again. Like I said, we meant
Yeah.
to. It just
He just had so much fun with that. And I remember CW got up there and Jaffe joined him with Red and Dwight. And I looked over and I saw him later. And I said, "Man, you're having fun up there." And he goes, "Jaffe was joining us. You can't help but to have fun."
you know, I just realized. So you have Red, you have Dwight, but you could call him White. So
Yeah.
then if I play with them too, it'd be Red, White, and Blue.
There you go.
Yeah.
There.
Sorry,
There you go.
they're not always good jokes, but these are
It's
just the
still a
thoughts
good
that
one.
enter my head.
Hey.
while
That
we
was
talk.
good.
We only have good jokes on this show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because at least we're laughing.
Yeah.
Somebody's
BJ usually
laughing.
ends up with this disgusted look at
Oh
something I
yeah.
say throughout
There's
every
always
show.
we know when this show's about to end because my head I usually do this.
You're like, and it's time to wrap.
Shows
it
it. It's about time to stop the show because
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. What
Yeah.
were we saying? Uh-huh.
Is it time for another song? How
Yes.
much time do we got?
Oh, we
I
got
think it
plenty.
is.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Yes, let's do another one.
Okay, So this is another one from the album that I don't play very much. I don't play a lot of my low energy songs. I've been kind of obsessing about my set list lately,
Okay.
and I've started color coding it according to energy.
Ah, well, you're an
So-
artist. You're allowed to.
Well, but I've been watching all these like YouTube videos of people like suggesting how to put together like the best possible set list to maintain your audience the whole time, you know.
Oh.
So like I've really tried hard lately to have better, faster transitions between things
okay.
and try to like plan it out to be a little bit more smooth because I can just sit there and just talk like a jackass for the entire time, you know, if I really wanted to. But so I've color coded my music based on energy levels. So it's green for high energy and orange for like middle kind of jammy, groovy stuff, and then low energy, you know. So
Yeah.
and I went through my whole set and I'm like, damn, most of it's like orange and red. So I'm like, I'm just like a low energy type of, you know, thing. So I don't
Yeah.
play a lot of, I'm trying to get rid of all my low energy songs to
Uh-huh.
kind of tweak my set. I know. So like this one, I don't know really where it belongs. So this is called Someday Maybe.
Mm.
So anybody who's going through dating hell and there's someone that you like and it's just never gonna happen. Oh, this
Oh,
is
we've
for
so
you.
been there on that.
Right? You're always telling yourself, well, it's someday. Maybe someday. Maybe it'll happen someday. Yeah. Sorry, my nails. BJ, I need your help.
They're too long.
I got a man, he won't let me in. I got a man, wish he'd call me darling. I got a man, I want more than friends. I got a man, I'm eating out of his hand. When will my waiting end? I'm only hoping that it's someday, maybe someday, baby, someday, maybe someday you'll be here with me. This is the man, he's everything I'm wanting. He pulls me in his arms I'm holding. He understands the things I've left unsaid. He knows I'm wondering, when will it be? Just him and me. He softly whispers to me, someday, maybe someday, baby, someday, maybe someday you'll be here with me. But I've been feeling the stone in my chest without a rest and for too long. Been watching the months of the years and fearing that it's all wrong. I gotta go, he tells me no. When can I call you my own? I softly whisper to him, someday, maybe someday, baby, someday, maybe someday you'll be here with me. Someday, maybe someday, baby, oh, someday, maybe someday you'll be here with me. Maybe, maybe someday, maybe someday, maybe, maybe someday, maybe someday will be too late.
I like it.
Hey.
That's good.
It ain't ever gonna happen, dude. It's never gonna happen.
Oh, story of my life.
On the record, that one's done on piano, so I've had to
Oh,
recently
yeah,
learn it on the guitar.
Oh.
There you
So,
go.
that's
since I
Very
don't want to
cool.
bring my keyboard with me, since I'm
That's
so
a good
bad at it. Yeah.
so well. Let's recap. You've got things going on. Your next around town, since you're back in town for a little while.
That's
Mhm.
right. Around the town. So we got Picacho Hills tonight.
Mhm.
That's at 5 p.m. I guess I don't really need to explain that because we're already past 5 a.m.
Yeah.
So don't
Probably.
go anywhere that early. And then Saturday is 7 o'clock at Dry Point Distillery.
Mhm.
And then Sunday, we're gonna be drinking mimosas over at TRC Brewery in
There we
Las
go.
Cruces.
Yeah.
And probably
At
eating
two.
messy hot dogs.
There we go.
Because I think they're going to be
Yeah.
back.
Oh,
Mimosas
very
and hot
cool.
dogs.
Mimosas and
Yeah.
hot dogs. I'm in.
By the way, I say hot dogs plural. I've seen these hot dogs. If these people are back, you'll have a hot dog. They load this thing like it's. I don't
That's
know.
cool.
Like a bad habit.
Yeah,
Very
like a
cool.
bad habit.
I don't think I've ever really understood that phrase, but
I don't know.
getting down like a bad habit.
I don't have any bad habits. Don't look in my music room.
There's
There's
Okay.
like 4 bad
some
habits
of
that
it,
are just in there. So
Count several bad habits just sitting here.
yeah, this is just the broadcast room too.
Yeah. And
Hey,
of course,
that's
the
not
album.
a bad habit.
The album
Oh.
they can find anywhere, and the name of the album is
Unsaid, and I really dig the cover art.
Mhm.
It sounds boastful because I'm like, look how cool this is, but it's my sister-in-law that did the
Oh.
work for it, and she did a lot of like nude photography. She does like classic paintings and stuff.
Okay.
And she
Yeah.
does like the photography too. So one day I was like, paint me like one of your French girls.
Yes.
And we did this photo shoot and we just got some really cool photos.
That's
so
neat.
anybody
Yes,
that
so-
thinks that photo is cool, I can hook you up with the photographer.
That's
So you'll
cool.
Yeah.
definitely want to get this album because Daisy is naked on the cover.
I've
Hey,
gotten
I'm just
so
trying to
little
boost
crap
sales.
about it that I'm like surprised. I'm like, nobody is getting. I've had like pastors' wives like message me and be like, "Oh, it's such a beautiful photo," and I'm like, "No one's giving me any heat." I was expecting controversy. Like,
No.
I was
no,
kind of
you
almost
won't.
wanting controversy, and I did not get any. I did not get any.
You do know what decade we're in.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to do a lot
You're
more
right.
than
Yeah,
that.
well,
Try
that's
a
about as
lot harder.
hardcore as I go, though. That's it. It's just like a picture of my back. That's it. I guess it's not that controversial. It is for me.
After
but-
Alanis Morissette, you know.
yeah.
Yeah, I
Let's
guess.
just be honest.
I guess. So
But,
there you go.
Oh
Unsaid.
yeah, it's a
Unsaid.
great album.
Unsaid.
It's
And they can pretty much find it anywhere, right?
yeah.
On any of the streaming or downloading apps.
It's on everything.
Yeah,
It's on, I'm always plugging Spotify,
Mhm.
but it's on everything. It's
Yeah.
on Apple Music. It's on some of
Amazon.
it's on Tidal, which is like the high quality streaming platform.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's anything that you listen to. It's on Pandora,
That's cool.
And
I
it's
don't
not
even know
very
anymore.
expensive, so
Yeah.
it's not.
or you
gonna-
could download it. That'd be
it's not-
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey,
It's unheard of.
I downloaded that sucker the day that it came out
Yeah.
because oh
Aw.
yeah, and it's I've only listened through it a bunch of times. Of course, we're not the only fans of your album because also Groku is a big fan of your album as well, or
Grogu?
at least one of your songs. Yeah,
Grogu.
Baby Yoda.
Oh,
Ah,
oh, that's a perk from DistroKid. Man. I was
Yeah.
telling BJ this.
Yeah.
I'm like,
It's awesome looking,
yeah.
and it is on her Instagram site. It's a little video, and it's basically taking a scene from The Mandalorian with Grogu sitting there and pushing this button. I think the button was making the ship shake or something
Yeah.
like this, and so he turned the button off and he pushed the button.
and the
again
one
and
that
looked at it.
that got away
Yeah.
blasts over the
Yeah,
sound
it
system.
turns into a radio with this version.
That's
Yeah,
cool.
it's the coolest thing.
That is awesome. Yeah.
Jeez.
But well, you're not that big of a Star Wars fan. You didn't know. Grogu.
Yeah, I didn't know
I'm
Grogu.
sorry. I'm
I
sorry.
get into arguments with my granddaughter that's sick. I'm in the store. Oh, it's
Baby
Grogu,
Yoda.
Baby Yoda. Grogu, Baby Yoda. Grandpa, it's Baby Yoda.
You can't blame us for calling Baby Yoda because we didn't know the name until season 2.
That's
so
true.
we had to call
Yeah.
him something.
And it was the
you know?
stupidest thing. Oh no, he's called the child.
The child.
Really?
No.
Come on, that's
the
not right.
fans, we
Yeah.
came up with our own name.
Oh,
it's,
yeah.
it's Baby Yoda. We don't care.
Oh my goodness!
What-
And of course, we got a new episode streaming today
Yes.
for the Star Wars stuff because
Yeah,
Obi-Wan is going
Obi-Wan
on.
is doing well. That is really
I
interesting.
haven't seen that. I
Yes.
haven't seen
Oh,
it.
it's got a little girl playing a little Leia, and she
Yeah.
is so good.
Perfect.
She's adorable,
She
and
is
she's it's
good.
obviously Leia. She's a smart ass.
I remember seeing something on seeing something to make her look like a little. I forgot what they described her as, just a little, troublemaker or something like that. And I'm looking going, you
Yeah.
didn't see the Star Wars, did you? Because yeah, that's her.
Yeah, she is. A
She wasn't the
troublemaker.
prissy little princess, She was
Yeah.
a down.
She was like one of the best heroines of all time.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They said she doesn't look like she is. They didn't make
You-
her
you
act
wanna
like a
talk about-
princess. I'm like,
You want to talk about a strong woman, a true strong woman, because yeah, she still was a damsel in distress occasionally, but she also knew how to take charge when she got the opportunity.
Great. She
She's
was one of
awesome.
the few female characters in the Star Wars franchise for whatever, for years, or at least like the first several films. And then they're like, oh, right, women. Let's
yeah.
just put them in there. Let's just take all the men out. Yeah, Leia, come on now. If you're only going to have one woman represented in the franchise, I, think
that's
Leia's a pretty good one.
And the thing is,
Without pandering either, because I feel pandered to all the time now. And like Leia was just badass because that's
was.
what her character was. It wasn't because
And-
she was a woman in
and
a
the neat
man's
thing is,
world. You know,
as a role model, as a fictional role model,
Mhm.
Leia, as a real life role model, Carrie Fisher,
Mhm.
who was just as badass as Leia ever
she was. She
Um,
was.
Tough woman. She actually embarrassed the crap out of George Lucas at an awards dinner that got his Lifetime Achievement Award, and she came up there, and one of the first things she said says I couldn't wear a bra on the set of Star Wars because George said, and I quote, there is no underwear in space.
Oh my lord! Are you freaking kidding me?
Oh,
And the
yeah,
thing
she
is, it's
did.
not just a joke because he came up later and says, "Yeah, I did say that."
did.
There's no underwear in space.
She was-
George.
Hey, whatever works to get what you need there.
She did the one woman show where she just did
Yeah,
a
wishful
whole
drinking.
thing, wishful drink, and oh my gosh, it is hilarious.
Yeah.
She is so good. She talks about her life, and it was amazing.
She
It
was
was just
sharp
amazing.
as all get out.
Yeah.
She was funny. She was
George
lovely.
French, George, what was it to call it? He monetized everything, or he had licensed everything. And in the morning when I look in the mirror, I still have to send him a check for a couple of bucks.
Yeah. So the nice thing is, for the nerdy stuff, you're covered. You've got Star Wars.
Got
I'm
Obi-Wan.
covered for a few more weeks, and then it's going to be over.
Oh.
Star Trek. They're
Yeah.
doing Strange New Worlds, which is just awesome. to be
Okay,
able
I'm
to-
glad you said Star Trek because I've been trying to find a way to change step and mention Star Trek because I've been staring at this book on your wall
Oh yeah.
called Star Trek Cocktails.
Oh
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
What?
And it ain't no joke. It ain't no joke. It is seriously.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, a stellar.
It is a book
beer?
of drink recipes that
First
are
Contact.
either
Oh yeah.
Oh my
influenced or what is it? Influenced or actually were part of the Star Trek.
Depends.
Yeah.
gosh.
Earl Grey
Yeah.
martini.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Live
The
long,
live
and,
long and
prosper.
prosper. I haven't tried any of them yet, but I want to.
Set chasers to stun. Yeah, I've just been staring at this on the wall the whole time. Like, oh gosh.
You got me hooked on a new wine at Amaro last time because you were like, I finished the glass, my favorite wine, finished the glass. You looked at my glass, you looked at your bottle, and said, I'm not finishing this here. And you started pouring, and now I've been getting that one.
Oh, Malbec.
Malbec. I've been getting that one since they go now. It's great.
Well, you know,
thanks.
that's the move, man. If
Yeah.
any of
Oh,
you
yeah.
people are like, how do I be the cool party person?
Yeah,
Um,
you
you-
start pouring wine in the glasses.
Well, you buy the
Yes.
bottle.
Yeah.
Don't buy it by the glass. Buy it by the bottle, and then that way you can have like a drink. And if that's all you want, then you just like go around finding everybody with an empty glass.
And
And
Yeah.
fill them up. Yeah.
hey, man,
I get,
Be a bad influence.
but now
Yes.
they have
I am a nerd. I'm a hardcore nerd, and that's my latest.
hardcover
but now-
nerd.
Yeah.
now Amaro has a tequila and bourbon from Little Toad Creek, and both of them are very good.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, they're getting harder, huh?
Waitresses look
Getting
at
that
me,
liquor,
the servers
yeah.
look at me and go, I always start with an 1888, the beer, and then she looks at me and goes, and I went, oh yeah, we'll be doing a shot.
Your
of tequila."
usual.
Yes, I'll be having
Yeah.
a shot of
Usual?
tequila.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Our wineries and breweries are
Yeah.
getting fancier all
They're
the
getting
time.
better. It's better and
Um,
better.
Yeah. I haven't tried the bourbon yet. I
liked
steer
it.
clear of tequila for multiple reasons, and it's a good thing. But yeah, the bourbon, I definitely want to try that.
Tequila makes her clothes fall off.
At the
I'm
least.
done. That's a song lyric.
It's a country song.
Okay.
It's a cute song. If you listen to it, it doesn't sound as dirty as how I just made it sound.
Yeah,
But,
but it's still good anyway, in spite of that.
Okay.
yeah.
Because although I did make a remark, one of the things that BJ was saying about his songwriting says he likes to make
Yeah.
sure that any song that he writes, he wants to make sure he feels comfortable playing it in church. And I was like, I'm the same way.
Oh, just
It's just that I've got no shame.
yeah,
so.
that's
I'll play
there's a
anything.
difference there. I went
Yeah.
to so
I'm
I
very
drove-
comfortable in church.
I was mentioning that I drove out to Oklahoma on Sunday,
Mhm.
and when I got there, my daughter wanted to go out to dinner, and so we ended up at Toby Keith's Bar and Grill.
Oh God.
Very cool atmosphere.
Hmm.
Definitely a family place. They had a big stage. And of course, my
Yeah.
granddaughter,
Yeah.
Grandpa, why don't you go play? I was like, I don't have a guitar, honey. It was great. But
Come
it
on.
was really cool. Of course, country music playing and a bunch of Toby Keith memorabilia around there. So it was like, I'm sitting there
And
going,
you didn't run out screaming.
I didn't run out screaming. I go, Randy would be so proud of me. So yeah, I was at Toby Keith's. He has another name for it, but it's basically a bar and grill, and it's really, really cool.
Yeah.
And the food was really good. And they had my daughter looks at the menu now. Of course, she's in Missouri, just outside of St. Louis, and she sees St. Louis style ribs. She goes, "Oh, we got to see." And so she did, and then she was very impressed.
Really?
She actually
I was expecting
really
her to
liked
be
them.
like,
No,
no.
She really liked them. Yeah. So she was impressed with them. So, but then she made me share it because she didn't realize how big the raccoon the thing was. So,
Yeah.
but it was, yeah, they were really good. So yeah, anytime they say St. Louis style, oh, my daughter's like, all right, let's see. So
Cool.
she's good about that.
Well,
Well, yeah.
not to brag, but when I worked at Best Buy, I worked in at the time it was called the media department, which is where you had the CDs and the video
Oh,
games. and
yeah.
The
stuff.
what?
The CDs. We had CDs
Oh my
back then.
gosh.
And we were talking about Toby Keith one day. One of my coworkers just like says like almost it feels like out of nowhere. He's like, I freaking hate that guy. I'm like, oh, why do you hate Toby Keith? And apparently he knew him. He was like, yeah, we were on like the softball team together at church before he was famous, and he was just a jerk. I just don't like that guy. So I always think of that whenever anybody talks about
That
Toby
is
Keith.
funny. That is really
Like
good.
playing softball, like freaking Toby. Toby.
That is funny.
Yeah, it's always fun when you're sitting there, especially if you're talking trash about somebody,
Yeah.
and you're like,
Can't say
I can't stand that person, and they're like, why? And you're sitting there thinking, you just don't like their music, you don't like
Yeah.
some, an
that.
interview
Like,
they
no,
did. And
personally.
he says, yeah, I knew them, and
Yeah.
no, I don't think I need to explain it. He was a jerk.
Yeah, I can't remember if he like accidentally hit him with the ball and he just never got over it or something.
Yeah.
I forget.
Yeah.
I don't want to say Toby Keith's a jerk because I don't think he would be. There's this story. I forget what movie. I think The Mule.
Okay.
It was that Toby Keith wrote the end credits for
Uh-huh.
it for that
Mhm.
Clint Eastwood movie called The
Mhm.
Mule. And he was playing, golf with Clint Eastwood, and he had this idea for a song because he asked Clint, he's like, how do you keep going? How do you keep like doing all this work and directing all these
Yeah.
movies and doing
Mhm.
all this stuff at your age?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Clint says, you just don't let the old man in. You just don't let the old man in. So he wrote a song
Ah.
called Don't Let the Old Man In. It's the end credits of The Mule, and it's so good.
Mhm.
That's cool.
If you haven't heard that song, go listen to it. It's
Oh,
probably
yeah.
one of my favorite Toby Keith songs. It's really great.
That's cool.
Never slow down, never grow old.
Yeah.
That wasn't Toby Keith though. That was Tom
Yeah.
Petty that said that.
Gotcha.
but yeah.
I don't know.
It's
I
better
just,
to burn out
don't-
than yeah.
yeah.
Than fade away. That's somebody else. But
I don't know. I always got to when I was 26, I went and saw Van Halen, and on the way out to the concert, my buddy and I were like, dude, we're going to be 30 in 4 years, and we're freaking out about it.
Oh,
Then
yeah.
we see Sammy Hagar on stage, and I went, he's pushing 50.
Oh yeah.
I don't think we have anything, and he's still doing it. So
Yeah.
we're like,
Mhm.
yeah, I'm good. Age is a state of mind, I always said
Yeah.
after that.
Yep.
Because I got at least 20 more years of this.
Yeah, exactly. Just be careful when you put on your socks, BJ.
Yeah,
That's all
exactly.
we ask.
Yeah, we're just gonna have to we're gonna invent a little holder you put your sock on and just do this thing. So
I see a lot. I get a lot of those targeted ads,
Yeah.
things that help you put on your socks
Yeah.
and your shoes. Huh. Never
I
thought
have-
about it like that. Yeah.
Mhm. Sometimes I still try to do the, stand on one foot and put your sock on, and it's like balance isn't quite as it used to be.
The
my
other
balance
day,
has never been there. So
right? Yeah, standing and putting on a sock. That's quite a flamingo type move. Oh, the other day I did pride myself. I put my pants on with both legs at the same time. And I just had this like smug little thought. We don't put our pants on the same way, man. I go all in. It's one swift movement. We're not the same. We're not the same.
That's
Different leagues of pants wearing here.
well, I just started watching a new show. It's an FX show called The Old Man, with John Lithgow is in it,
Oh,
and Jeff Bridges. And
Oh,
yeah, it's got a scene in this with him putting his socks on, and it's painful to watch because I mean they're driving the point home.
Too
This is
real.
not a young guy anymore. And of course, this is before a bunch of guys try to attack and kill him, and he just kills the crap out of them. It's a really good looking show. I watched the first episode. I was like, yeah, I'm hooked. I'm really hooked on this. It's on Hulu, so I can watch it when they come up. And
that's cool.
I kind of like that stuff with the older actors coming in and they're not playing just old feeble people.
Mhm.
They're still doing this stuff.
Yeah.
Because you take a look at all these, especially musicians, you see it. Steven Tyler, even though he probably should have quit a few years ago,
Oh, yeah.
when he started looking like an ant more than a rock star. Hey, it's the way he dresses. It's his own damn fault.
Yeah.
It's not entirely everything else, but yeah, these guys that they're rocking into these ages. It's like, this is insane, and you're still going.
My wife and I just watched the 3 Expendables movies,
Mhm.
and that's hilarious. That's awesome to watch. See, all this going through, and then they had the one with Ronda Rousey was in it too. So he had a few younger people and then these older guys. It was just like, it was really cool to watch that. And then of course they play puns back and forth.
Oh
They're
yeah.
in a shootout and Bruce Willis's character looks over and goes, "I'll be back." And Arnold Schwarzenegger's character goes, "Oh, yippee-ki-yay."
Oh, that's hilarious. Oh, that'd be worth it right there.
Oh,
I
they
need to
had
go
all
watch it.
kinds of puns like that and stuff. And like when one of the movies, the guy asks him, Schwarzenegger's walking away, and the guy goes, "What's his problem?" And Stallone goes, "He wants to be president."
Well, they did 2 movies. They're based on comic books, but not your normal type of comic books. Called Red.
Yes,
Really, really good
that
movies.
was awesome.
And it's dealing with older people that yeah,
Retired and extremely dangerous.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Well,
That was awesome.
well, the one gal goes after John Malkovich's character, and I think she calls him an old man.
Yeah,
And he's stepping out. They're undercover. He's just stepping out to take her out because he called her an old man, and he's pissed off about it.
and then he blows her up. And,
Oh, yeah.
Old man, my ass.
You're just like, oh my god.
That's a movie. If you haven't seen it, you got to. The funniest line of the whole movie, and it doesn't sound like it, but if you see it, it's funny. Want to get some pancakes?
Uh-huh. Well,
Funniest line of the whole movie because of the situation that's going on.
it's very strange to see a bunch of actors playing
Yeah.
hardened killers. Bruce Willis, okay, cool.
Yeah.
You
John
kind of expect
Malkovich,
that.
yeah.
He's always playing
Morgan
some
F-
psychopath.
Morgan Freeman,
Morgan Freeman was in that one. And
Yeah.
He was awesome.
and who was
Helen Mirren.
Yeah,
I love that woman. She was awesome in those movies. Just fantastic.
they're explaining. She's a wet work specialist, and the one girl's looking at him and says, she looks over and says, in this grandmotherly voice, says, "I kill people, dear." You're like, oh god, I'm gonna love this.
So gentle.
Oh yeah. So yeah, hey, we got off track and got into
movies. and
Always
music.
get into nerdy stuff. What's
I
up
know.
with that?
It
Well, we don't-
started with Star Wars.
Yeah.
That's how
We don't have a
that's where
nerdy
we
show
lost our-
anymore.
No, we don't. We lost our nerdy show.
Yeah, so we're gonna have to get
Get
Zeta to
nerdy
come
with
back
it.
on again because
Oh,
she's
yeah.
as big a nerd as the rest of us. Hardcore comic book nerd.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Fun
All
stuff.
right. All right.
Well,
Daisy,
we've hit the end. Yeah.
it has been so wonderful seeing you again and
Yeah.
having
Thank
you
you
here.
guys for
It's
having
so
me
much fun.
on.
Oh,
It is so much fun.
anytime.
I
We were
always
talking
get so
about the role
nostalgic.
reversal that happened
Yeah.
because the first time you saw me on the show, she was
It's like,
hosting
"Oh,
and I
thanks,
was the
BJ,
guest.
for coming on.
Yeah.
And now the baton has been passed and
Yes.
reversed.
Yeah.
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 And we were like begging you to come. So we got to get you back on, please.
Like I guess I could make time.
Yes.
Yeah.
You
Now-
guys
She had to
make me
do
feel
her
so
road trip
special.
first.
Yeah. I had to go through her publicist to
Yeah.
find a date.
Thank you guys for making me feel special.
Oh man, it's wonderful. And again, the album sounds wonderful.
Oh yeah.
Unsaid,
Thanks.
like
yes.
Daisy Blue.
Unsaid.
And it's just you.
It's
it's you.
awesome. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
and
it's
there's
a-
gonna be another one coming.
And it's such a different take.
Yeah.
from your songs because you've got not only MFB but you've got what is his name on the guitar?
Truman?
No.
So
Um,
I have Chris plays most of the lead. Who else do I have on there?
Yeah, you had him play at your release party.
Oh, you're talking about Irving.
Irving. Yeah.
Irving, yeah, he put a different spin on some of that stuff
Yeah,
too.
he's
Yeah,
fun.
yeah.
He's a lot of fun.
Oh, he's so much fun. He's so much fun. And he's fun because he's more than just a guitar player. So he came up with some really funny stuff that I wouldn't normally think of, like playing with the band on some of those tunes. So
Oh yeah.
like on the market, I always, when I play it live, I'm like, I said, no, I won't go. I said, no. And then he came up with the part where the band was going like, go, 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 go. I was like, no, I won't go. And they're like, go, 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 go. It's just stuff like that. Like normally when I'm by myself, I'm like, no, I won't
Yeah.
go. But he made it like a conversation. So it made it
Oh
just
yeah.
like a little bit more of a sparkle. you
So
know?
if you've heard Daisy play and you think, well, I already heard all these songs, no,
No.
you haven't.
You gotta.
yeah,
um,
listen to the album.
yeah.
Yeah.
You'll definitely
go
want
check
that.
the
I
album.
worked
It's
really
so
hard
worth
on
it.
Yeah.
It's so worth it. And yeah, there's a lot of times I'm driving and I don't even have to tell my truck, it just starts playing your album. So it just comes up.
Yay.
Like, okay, you're logged in, so here you go.
Yay. Thanks, guys.
So thank
yeah.
you
Yeah.
again, and hopefully we'll get you back again.
Oh yeah.
Maybe
Just
after
let
your
me
next,
know.
you're doing another
Yeah.
trip next month. right?
Yeah, I'll be gone all of July.
Cool.
So I'll be
So-
back in August.
Well,
I
let's
have
get
some
together
shows
then.
coming up in August, yeah.
Let's
Well,
plan it then.
shoot. Well, how are you going to get me my birthday present?
We will find a way. Maybe my gift will be
Your
the
gift.
Copy of the album.
Time continuum. I could do that. I'll just give you a side copy. What an arrogant gift that would be.
Your gift will be your
Whatever.
presence on a show
Here's
in,
my
in
music.
August.
You're welcome. Happy birthday. Jeez.
There's worse things.
Cheap ass will buy it here.
Yeah. Oh, jeez. BJ has that kind of laugh where if he starts doing like the coyote laugh,
Oh,
then
yeah.
it's just like all bets are off. That's enough to laugh at without a joke in there.
When the
Oh,
movie
yeah.
Amadeus came out
Oh
back
God.
in the 80s, the movie Amadeus came out, everybody that I went to high school with came back and said, I saw the movie, I totally thought of you.
Uh-huh. That's sad, but
If
true.
you see it the way he was laughing, that's me. I toned it down.
Yeah, that's good when he starts laughing from the throat. Yeah. That the hyena. That's the
Yeah.
word, not coyote. The hyena.
Yeah.
The hyena laugh.
I know.
Well, damn, guys. This has been cool.
It's great. It was so much fun.
Yeah.
We'll see you again next week. Unfortunately, as of right now, it's just the two of us. So we'll see.
Yeah.
Just the
Well,
two of us.
We'll see what we can work out because
Yeah.
otherwise,
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to write another song about somebody smacking my ass or something. So,
Oh, God.
boy,
That's what we're gonna end the
Show's
show
over.
on.
That's what we're gonna end the
That's
show
what
on.
on. Thanks for tuning in to Enchantment Radio. Come again. Bye.
Wow.
Oh, my